Though I am sure that all of us would have loved to have heard that computer conversation again later.
Of course.
I just wanted to watch it again and again.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, lost forever. On to D&D.
So last time, Rogar started off the session strong by facing Lady Aldana in the Bostis Arena, defeating her with 1 hit point left due to his, I think it's a rage ability, correct?
Yeah, relentless rage.
We had the Winter's Fall Festival. Enjoyed
Florida Lion, literally too angry to die.
We enjoyed in some holiday festivities before the party took a year apart. Mostly apart. Some of you guys still obviously saw each other and interacted. The Emperor had contacted you guys with a whole bunch of stuff. He had noted that he plans to travel to the Western Nation Alliance, asked you guys to escort him. You guys created a plan to guise the trip as like a diplomatic meeting with Essere, Jarsali's home nation. Armsbruster will be left in charge while the Emperor is gone. And he had also noted that he was lightly considering replacing Helbrim with Tatiana as the Imperial General. You guys met with the Emperor, helped prepare him for his travels, gave him kind of an advice chat, went through all of his bags and helped him pack. And he revealed to you guys the small pocket dimension that lies within the Imperial Crown that contains Zisram, the Sleeping Guardian. It's a Vorpal dragon that the Emperor can call upon once before the dragon must sleep for many, many years. You guys are the only other people in the Empire who know that besides the Emperor, so very cool knowledge. And you guys had decided that you were going to go visit Boots' homeland off to the east and check out one of these towers that she had been wanting to investigate.
And if I remember right, Nadali was the one who was going to send us there.
Well, no, she gave us the teleportation circle, so I can actually just...
so we can just go.
Yeah.
That was her Christmas gift to you guys.
Yeah.
She got the teleportation circle repaired, and we can just scoot.
Yep. So I can do it whenever you like. Just let me know.
And then Boots, I think, had some potions to give out she had made over the last year before you guys go.
Is she going to do it sneakily or overtly?
Sneakily.
Stealth
Of
check.
course.
Stealth
I
check for
expected
Boot.
her to roll to hit checks, so she just throws them at all of us.
Let's have everybody make a stealth check.
Stealth?
Everybody make a stealth check?
Boots make a stealth check. Everybody else make perception checks.
I see you.
Well, the people who have them would obviously know they have them, even if you stuck them in there.
Yeah, I'm not so worried about them seeing me.
You're just sneaky. So only Kryn would notice, except
He doesn't
Kryn
get
didn't get
anything.
anything, so Kryn doesn't notice anything.
Sorry.
Wait, what?
You don't get a potion.
Okay.
No potion for you.
Jarsali, you get.
I don't get a potion.
No, you don't get a potion.
Alright.
Jarsali, you find in your bag a potion of invulnerability.
Oh, spicy.
Rogar finds a potion of fire giant strength.
Ooh.
And I think the last one we decided on was a homebrew potion, right, Nicole?
No, that's a real one.
Is it really? Okay.
Yep.
You find Jarsali. You also find a potion.
No. That was for Takorin.
Oh, sorry. That's right.
Yeah.
Takorin, you find a potion of maximum power in your bag.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the compendium or not, but I'll send you what it does.
It should be in the compendium because they were all real things.
Oh, it is. Yeah. So the potion of maximum power.
Yeah.
That's a damn good potion.
Between all the other things I was doing in the year, I made some potions.
So I don't think you guys had actually decided if you were going to take the Emperor or not to the jungle, or how you guys were going to approach that, or if you guys want to do anything
I-
first.
Thought we decided we were not going to take him. Mainly because it was an unknown area. We didn't want to bring him along for that.
I don't think Boots necessarily had a preference. I think she wasn't too concerned about him coming because I think she knows at least the general area, but could also understand that that wasn't really where he was wanting to go, so it didn't really matter.
You guys are so talkative tonight.
Yeah, I think unless anybody calls differently, I think we decided we were going to leave the Emperor right. Correct? Is that correct?
Unless I know something to say.
I was thinking like it doesn't make a lot of sense to bring him because it's an inherent risk. It would limit the time with him being in places that I feel like are more immediately important because he's only going to be gone like a certain amount of time.
Right. I agree. I think we're going to leave him.
Okay. Is there anything you guys wanted to do before you leave?
I don't believe so.
Nope, I'm good.
I'm good.
Good.
Well, let's go.
Let's do it to it.
Decorin, would you make the teleportation circle?
I sure would.
Okay.
And I'll even mark off that. See how many more. I have 2 more reagents after this for teleportation.
Now we
circles.
just need to get you an infinite stick of chalk.
Right? That'd be a cool magic item.
You guys step through the teleportation circle. You feel the world around you begin to spin and dissolve, almost going out of focus, before a massive color shift happens around you. Kind of the light colors of the room you were standing in fade out to a much darker, more dim cavern. You guys find yourselves in what appears to be a ruined, dusty kind of wine cellar. You see various barrels of booze covered in cobwebs, overgrown with thick brush, and you see kind of like a large trap door on the roof. It's very overgrown, very dusty, but there seems to be a large amount of alcohol here, and there's a teleportation circle inscribed on the ground.
Did Nadali tell us where specifically this teleportation circle was taking us?
Nope, she said it was someone that she had made for you guys in a safe location as a Christmas gift. Oh, she said it was in this general area.
Okay. I'd like to listen to see if I hear any sound because we're like in a cellar of some kind, so maybe I can hear something from like above.
Yeah, it's basically just got like cellar doors on top, like stairs that go up to a double set of cellar doors. Make a perception check.
I don't hear shit.
Corinne's like very disoriented from the teleportation circle. He's like like trying not to vomit.
I'll walk up and open the doors.
The doors open up, and immediately you see there are several pieces of foliage placed over the cellar doors to mask them from the other side. You see yourself standing on a small beach with the brilliant blue ocean on your right side. You can hear the waves crashing. You taste the salt on the air. There's kind of white beach sand. The sun bears down on you very hot. You hear various birds chirping, and it's very windy. And to your left side, you see a massive, dense jungle of dark greens. Various colorful flowers grow off kind of near where the beach meets the jungle. Vines hang down, and several small, like squirrel-like creatures skitter and run away. And this looks like it was probably some kind of like alcohol smuggler's hideout built into this small beach right here.
And how long does it look since it's like? Does it look like it hasn't been used in like a very long
Dozens of
time?
years.
Does the alcohol look like it would be good or possibly valuable in any way?
I mean, it's been fermenting.
How big
It's
are the?
aged.
Are there any like? You know how there's like full barrel casks and there's like the really big casks. Do they have like any like the mini variety?
There's a case in the corner that has like half a dozen small bottles in it.
I'll pop one of the corks on the bottle and give it a sniff.
It smells like a very dark rum, and you see there's like a half destroyed label on it that says "Salty Bradford's Brew," and that's likely that this is some kind of like pirate, long forgotten, stop by, load up on alcohol area.
Well,
Salty Bradford.
I'll look
That's a good
over to
name.
Corinne and say, worth taking with us, you think?
I'll take a sip. How good is it?
It's not great, but it's fine.
And Corinne will go. Probably wouldn't be much value to sell it unless it's a novelty, but tastes all right. I mean, it's not amazing.
So this was just like a kind of a remote looking area, like there's nothing else around us right now.
I mean, there's the jungle.
Yeah. But I mean, like it was just this one smuggler's kind of trap door.
Yeah, so basically traveling through this, you guys can see me, right? You're traveling through this channel here.
Yeah.
It's not really safe for pirates to land on either side, at least long term. So it's pretty normal for pirates to have like little stashes of stuff they need to restock on, kind of in this one really long channel.
Well, I'll take a few bottles of the rum and put them in my sack, and that way I have something to drink if I get bored.
Well, Dresseli is going to ask Boot. So, what exactly are we here for?
They're towers. They're star towers. So my family, my family were druids, and we were part of another group of druids, and we traveled between these towers. And they're kind of in ruin now. And Nadali looked up where they were located, and I just want to see if I can find anything about my family.
So
Because
we're
they all
close to one of those towers here, is what we're thinking.
they should be. Would I know, Thomas, how in what general direction the towers may be, or can I see any indication of it?
Dolly said it's about 3 days of light travel or 2 days of hard travel to get to the tower.
Okay.
Do you think they're
No, she
tall
said-
enough?
sorry.
Tall enough you could see them over the canopy?
Yeah, this was a
Well,
really long time ago. She said you just follow.
Corinne's asking Boots that.
Okay, sorry.
No,
Boots
you're
is-
fine.
Boots is gonna do that thing where she like touches the top of her head and then just like goes up, and it's like, I don't really have like a great line of sight. I'm kind of short.
Well, yeah, but are like the towers taller than the trees?
Oh, you mean like in general? I thought you meant like from here.
You'll see Realgar just walking towards a tree, getting ready to climb it.
I don't know. And I guess this is a question for Thomas. I don't think I've seen them before. Have I?
If you had, it's when you were like a very, very small child.
Yeah. So they were very, very tall, maybe when I was a kid. I don't know if they're taller now or shorter.
Probably not taller, but if they're a ruin, they might be shorter.
They might be shorter. I don't know.
Is there a tree that looks like if I climbed, I'd be able to get above the canopy nearby?
Yeah, sure. Just make an athletics check. Okay, make a perception check.
Do you ever watched a black bear climb a tree before?
Mm.
You don't see any towers. The instructions you got from Nadali long ago were that if you head a little bit into the jungle and just follow the coast, you'll run into them eventually. You do see Rogar pretty far ahead. There looks like a pretty decent area of just dead trees in the jungle, like kind of like a pretty good-sized radius. Not like huge by any means, but there's just kind of like, oh, that's weird. There's a bunch of dead trees over there without plant life on them.
What kind of
Comment?
trees is this? Just wondering.
Oh man, I don't know tree types. Jungle trees.
Are there any fruit or anything on it?
There is not.
It's not a coconut tree.
I grab a
About
branch or something and throw it at Corinne to try and get his attention.
that.
Nicole, you're really quiet.
Oh, sorry. I think my headset is still like a little crazy.
Yeah,
So
I can hear you trying to talk, and I
When
know
you-
you're getting talked over, but I think you're just quiet.
it's okay. I'll just press it against my face because the super glue's not doing great.
Oh. Did
Um,
you?
Is Rogar
did you-
within 120 feet of us?
Yeah, you see Rogar up there, and then a branch lands down next to Crane. Poof.
Okay, I'll cast message and ask him, what he sees.
Is it a branch or a log?
All the same to Rogar.
Exactly.
Are you able
But
to
Tom-
see it up there?
I'll come back down.
Can you share the Star Seekers thing that you sent me with everyone? Because I think Boots would have shared that with everyone if they were leaving.
Oh, okay, sure.
And I think I've already seen that, haven't I?
Yeah, I already sent that to you.
So this is a document that Nadali had given Boots. Boots just wanted to know about her people and what could have happened to them, so Nadali got this. It's basically a written document of anthropologists, kind of some various tribes around the east. It talks about her people, which are kind of these druids that have this connection with the stars and constellations. They have these towers, which were very sacred to them. And their people, kind of closer towards their disappearance or extinction or whatever else, started having like these radical ideas spoken among them about these people called celestial aspirants. And more people were seemingly kind of getting on board with whatever this ideology is. It's more of an ideology than like a group. And the anthropologists kind of left in the midst of this conflict. And after returning, they were unable to find the tribe again.
So is this document? Is this like a pamphlet or something that Boots had? That
Yes,
she's sharing with it?
yeah, Nadali gave it to Boots a while ago. And she would just be, I guess, sharing it with you guys.
If she
She
would
would have
let me,
shared it with them before we left. I probably should have said that. I kind of forgot that I even had it. Boots didn't,
Yeah.
but I did.
Arsali would have definitely read that. That's something that she would probably be fascinated by.
Yeah, so Boots probably would have, and may have mentioned before, I can't remember, that her family all disappeared when she was very young, so she's looking for them. And this is the most information she's ever gotten.
All right. Well,
Yeah, so it's not written by her people. It's like when historians go live amongst a tribe.
like an
it
academic paper almost.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And they say, okay, well, we're gonna go back home, and we'll come back like next year. And then they came back and just couldn't find them.
Well, so if we're supposed to follow the coast, then
Well, Rogar saw something. He came back down.
Yeah, I'd hand you a piece of paper that says "dead tree circle," and then also say "no tower seen."
Which direction?
I'll just point in the direction of where I saw the dead tree circle.
Yeah, it was about half a day's travel north, kind of in the direction of the tower, but it's not like the whole area that way. It's just a small portion of it.
So it's in the direction towards the tower where we would
Yep.
be heading. Oh, okay.
Well, if it's in the direction towards the tower, maybe we should take a look, huh? It's kind of weird for there to be a bunch of dead trees in the middle of the jungle.
I
Yeah.
nod in agreement.
We should go.
All right, off we go.
Who would like to lead? Also, how are we traveling? Are we traveling on the beach? Are we going to go into the jungle a little bit and travel along the jungle? Are we going to go deep in the jungle? There's a few options.
We'd
hang on,
move a lot faster along the beach.
I'm going to draw something real quick just to give you guys a better visual of kind of your path
Okay.
options.
I'll lead though, unless someone else wants to.
So this is the coast.
I definitely don't want to lead. Jarsali is out of her element a bit here.
This will be the jungle. It's kind of the dead area, and then the tower is supposed to be somewhere in like this area. So if you guys travel through the coastline, you can get there probably a little more exposed and a little slower. If you want to go through the black dead trees, you can, or you can take a little bit longer and go around that area.
So, can you tell me roughly distance-wise how far the black dead trees are?
Oh man, they'd be like half a day's travel. So however long that is in D&D, like 7-8 miles.
Oh, okay.
Would it be half a day's travel, like going along the beach, or half a day's travel through the jungle? And like, how thick is the jungle? Like, is the jungle like gonna half our movement speed, or
The
is
jungle's not really thick in this area.
Okay.
Unless you go like deep into it, then you're gonna be it's gonna be a problem. But for the most
Okay.
part, it's pretty traversable. Yeah, it's pretty traversable. It won't slow your movement unless you go pretty deep into it. If you just stay like near the coast or on the coast, you can get through. You can get there probably quicker than half a day, a quarter of a day.
Well, let's keep the coast on our left, but be just inside the tree line. Maybe we won't be as exposed, but we can maintain our speed, huh?
Sounds good.
And
Rogar was already heading that way.
I will go probably directly behind Rogar.
So we're going along the coast, then you said?
We're
Just
going
inside the trees.
Okay.
just inside the trees, but keeping like maybe 5 to 10 yards inside the trees with the coast on our left, I would say.
And then Boots will probably be sticking close to Jarsali, wherever Jarsali is.
It's funny, but Jarsali was going to say the same thing. They both think they're keeping an eye on the other one.
Cool. So the towers here kind of range in height between like 7 feet to like 34 feet. It's not
The towers or the trees?
the trees. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's not super rainy. It doesn't seem like it's necessarily a rainforest. And it's not too hot as long as you stay by the coastline, kind of the cooled ocean winds blowing in. It's really not too unpleasant. There's various plants that seem to grow that you guys are unfamiliar with, of different colors and different flowers of blues and reds and purples. There's kind of like this deep red and brown rich soil that is on the ground around you guys. It's kind of nice and soft to walk on. You see a few different bushes and things with fruits. Occasionally you see different types of birds of various types. And the travel's really not too bad. The creatures aren't familiar to you, but they're not like
Crazy
aggressive, mutated aberrations. Did we lose Thomas?
I think so. He said,
said
1
1 sec.
second.
weird. Thomas, no.
Oh no. Everyone's having technical difficulties.
We lost him in the forest.
Sorry, guys, my roommate's arguing with his girlfriend, so I had to tell him to be quiet.
Uh,
Fight quieter.
Yeah, I basically just told them to leave their door shut if they're gonna argue. And now I can't hear it, so it's fine.
Nice.
Yeah, so all the animals and plants are different. None of them strike you as like super exotic. The creatures are like things you can relate to. You're like, oh, that's some kind of squirrel type creature, you know. Oh, that's some kind of palm tree like tree.
I mean, Boots kind of knows what many of them are from her childhood, but she hasn't seen many of them
Yeah, and
in
Rogar might
literally
too.
forever.
Rogar's from approximately this part of the world, I know.
yeah, Rogar probably be pretty comfortable here.
Well, Takoran is wildly uncomfortable, but that's okay.
Yes, Takoran, you got like bugs in your beard. It's the climate's weird. You're carrying too many scrolls. It's like really heavy.
All the
I
humidity is
thought I
tough on
came
your
prepared,
joints.
but actually I have too much stuff.
Yep. You're like, oh, I've got all this stuff, and now you're just like, like your knees hurt, your back hurts.
Who here's seen the movie George of the Jungle
Yeah.
Yeah.
with Brendan Fraser? I'm thinking of the guy that's in the jungle in all leather.
Yep.
Well, now all I can imagine is Tokarin as the guy from Tarzan, but like the old professor man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking like the animated Tarzan.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
yeah. I haven't actually seen any of the other Tarzans.
I don't think any of the others are worth seeing.
That's fair. Anyway, so we're scooting through the jungle.
Yeah, continuing on. Eventually, you see off to the left side, off the coast, you see this collection of like large rocks that jut out of the water, but almost like small islands, but they're just rocks. And go ahead and make perception checks.
You're doing great tonight, buddy.
Boots, you see off on these like large kind of rock structures, several creatures kind of lounging about in the sun. Everyone else, you see them and you're like, oh, there's some crocodiles or alligators over there. But Boots, you see these crocodiles are humanoid. They have large, muscly arms and thick legs, and they're wearing kind of loincloths, and some of them have various weapons made of teeth and bones and rocks. And they're kind of lounging about on these rocks, seemingly sun tanning, occasionally diving into the water. It's probably not something you else have seen before, but it's probably something you saw at least once or twice as a child. They don't seem to take too much notice of you, but they seem to have like a little settlement or a hangout spot off in the water there.
Well, Boots would just wave at one of them. Like cheerfully.
You see one of them notices you wave and kind of taps the other one next to it on the shoulder. It kind of sits up. They kind of look at you, and then they start talking to another one, and that one starts looking at you. And when you hear one of them like yell out in a language you don't understand at another one, and that one stands up, kind of like puts his hand over his eyes and sees you guys all standing there on the beach. And then you see a few of them kind of hop in the water and start swimming towards you guys.
Oops. Boots will just... Well, actually, Boots will kind of wait and see. How many were coming?
How many of you guys will make another perception check? There's like 4 or 5 of them kind of swimming over, and there's maybe 15 or 20 total.
That's better. Goddamn Boots.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my my rifle at low ready.
Okay, the rest of you will notice. You hear a branch crinkling behind you, like a snap, and you all turn and see a red tiefling there, with white face paint over her eyes and her mouth. She has a long bow strung over her shoulder, and she's wearing kind of a dark green cloak. And she says, "You fool us! What are you doing? Quickly, run!" And she turns and begins to run into the jungle. And you see the crocodile creatures kind of with their heads still like partially above the water, beelining it towards you.
Aggressively?
You don't know.
Are they still in the water?
Yes, they're.
And how far away are they?
At this point, they're probably 200-ish feet away.
I'm insight checking the tiefling. Is she being genuine with us, or is she gonna like lead us into a trap or something?
She looks extremely confused. Like you guys are just like standing there while a great white shark approaches you in the water. She clearly thinks.
I'm going to cast a spell.
Oh. Oh wow. Okay. So they have to make con saves, huh?
Yeah. Well, and I'd like to hit this as soon as they're fairly close to the shoreline, and so it freezes the shoreline up to 60 feet out as well.
Sure, crocodile jungle creatures will love freezing water.
Mhm.
Like, what the fuck is this ice shit? It'll be like you, Brian.
All right. Oh, is this trackpad?
I was like, this is the perfect use of this spell.
Oh, whoops, not initiative. To roll con.
It's a deterrent.
Go ahead and roll the damage.
That's a good
Oh,
point.
are you casting it on them or just in the water in front of them as a deterrent?
On them.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. 10d6.
Awkward because there's only one USB pad. She's like, is it working? I was like, yeah, but
47. Wow, that's a really strong roll.
he just froze to death all the lizard people.
Two of them immediately freeze and just sink into the water, seemingly no longer a threat. The music just got really quiet, by the way. You might have to turn it up. The other two are seemingly filled with ice cold energy, and you hear them call out just. You see all the other ones on the rock that were lounging now stand up and begin picking up these clubs and great sword-like weapons. You see one of them picks up a staff, immediately turns into some kind of underwater kind of creature in the ocean, and they are all now beelining it towards you.
Boots will just go, sorry, and then run.
Yep.
We should probably run. Let's follow that tiefling.
But she'll make sure Jarsali is also running.
I'll go with, if they're running, I would run as well.
You guys run through the jungle for a little bit, seemingly trying to follow her as best you can. She seems to know the pathing here really well. Like every time she ducks under a branch, that's clearly the best path. Following her, you guys eventually manage to make your way a decent chunk of the way away before she turns to kind of like, you can see there's some uprooted trees and there's a little area beneath the ground there, kind of where the roots have been pulled up from. She kind of ducks down into it and kind of gestures for you guys to follow her.
Do we hear anyone chasing after us? Like,
You guys had a really good head start, but you can make a perception check if you'd like.
Jeez.
Yeah, you don't hear any. You guys are rolling good tonight.
I wasn't until just now.
You guys don't hear anyone chasing you, but Tiefling seems to think like they might still be after you, probably. But you guys had a really big head start.
Okay.
Can I fit inside this hole?
Probably not. You're probably standing like just outside.
Okay.
She doesn't seem to like she wants to hide here. She's just like huddling down for like, okay, group huddle.
Hello. I'm
What are
Boots.
you all doing? Why would you provoke the crocodilians like that?
I'm
We didn't know
Boots.
what they were.
This is Kryn.
You don't know. She gives you a weird look. You don't know what the. Kind of looks over all of you, seeing that you're clearly not from here. She's like, what? Who are you? You don't belong here.
As I was saying, I'm Boots. This is
By the
Kryn.
way, I'm ritual casting Liam's tiny hut.
Okay.
Since this seems to be where we're huddling.
That's Jarsali and Rogar, and the little gnome casting something is Takorin. And we were looking for the Star Seeker towers.
She kind of sneers at Tokorn and just goes, arcane magic is so... Ugh.
Pretentious.
I only favor mages of the arcane natural magics here.
Oh, that's me! And
Yeah,
Boots will
but-
do druidcraft to make little flowers appear.
She looks confused and then kind of seems to like unnarrow her eyes a bit and goes, where are you from, Druid? What clan are you with?
Oh, I was with, Well, I don't actually know their names, because my parents were a part of a clan, and then I was with my parents in the clan, but then I was very young, and then they all disappeared. So I'm looking for the Starseeker Towers.
She does not look less confused.
They're tall.
Yes,
think.
I know what the towers are.
I was short.
But where are your parents disappeared? Are they lost in
I'm
the
still
woods?
short. I don't know.
How long ago was this? Perhaps we can follow the trail.
It was like 28-ish years ago.
Her eyes just like bug out of her head, and she looks at all of you again.
She's older
Roughly.
than she looks.
Are you pirates?
No.
Could we be pirates though? At some point. Boots is gonna look at Kryn.
I mean, we could, but I've honestly never been on a ship. But we'd have a lot to learn. But
This
we
is the
could.
time.
We're not pirates yet.
So you just, where are you from?
Well, I'm from here, technically, sort of, mostly, a little bit from here-ish. Once.
I'm from a place far to the west called the Borderlands.
I'll just point south.
Yeah, you're southerners. It's figures. You stink of civilization. Except you. She points at Rogar.
He stinks in general.
I pop Boots on the head a little bit.
Just a little knuckle tap.
Pretty much.
I'm kidding. You bathe regularly.
Well, I'm Fratani of the Angry Hound tribe.
Do you guys have druids? Star druids?
No, the Star Druids have been gone for some time.
Do you know where they went?
He gives you another weird look and just says, "Come with me. It's not safe here. I will take you to my people on the condition that if you must all promise that you do not mean harm to my people, and that you are not here to desecrate our sacred site to destroy our artifacts."
As long as your people don't mean harm to me, I won't mean any harm to them.
No,
Agreed.
I don't want to hurt your peoples.
She kind of pulls her cowl back, revealing her horns, with more kind of this like white paint on it, and she says, "Stay quiet and follow me," and begins making her way through the jungle.
Battle run through the jungle. Thomas doesn't know who CCR is.
I don't know who that is.
Creedence Clearwater Revival?
Oh, never mind. I do know that. I don't know that they're CCR. I don't know them very well. I just know of them.
Everyone knows the song You Better Run Through the Jungle if they've ever seen a Vietnam movie.
Forrest Gump.
I think it's in that movie.
Anyway, so we follow.
Yeah, you guys continue on. She leads you to where the greens of the jungle become this black, burnt land of where all these dead trees are. And you see this massive slope down in the ground into this gigantic crater of dead trees and burnt dirt.
What happened,
What happened
here?
Meteor.
Jinx.
Meteor?
Meteor. And then she starts making her way down the crater.
How long ago?
Who knows?
Fascinating.
Isn't it kind of weird that the jungle didn't grow back around it?
Yeah, can Boots take a look around
Sure.
and see like the trees, see if there's anything unusual about the trees or the the dirt or just anything about
Yeah, make
this
a
particular area that looks weird.
Burgers can do the same thing.
I'm looking for like signs of the meteor, like if there are shards or stone or anything.
Sure, make an investigation check, Corn.
Is it a warpstone meteor?
Ooh.
Tacorn, you do find pieces of materials that you don't recognize, and you assume they're probably meteor-like.
Are they green and do they glow?
No.
Is it how much of it? Is it enough to carry, or is it enough that I would have to put it in my trunk?
There's large pieces of it just scattered throughout this crater.
So there's probably smaller
pieces
pieces
as
too.
small as a pebble to the size of, a small house.
Okay, I would like to. I'd like to take a good amount of it. I'll take out my little replica trunk, and I'll just rub a finger over it and cast. And you guys see my trunk just pop up next to me. I'll open it up and I'll see if Rogar is willing to help load the trunk with this meteor material.
I go over and start helping Takora.
You see the tiefling just looks at you guys like, ugh, tourists.
Was Boots' nature check good enough to deduce anything?
It doesn't seem like the meteor fell too long ago. Maybe a few months ago. But it seems like the fires went very deep into the earth. And what's actually here isn't really dirt. It's mostly stone. It's been cauterized. So there's really not a lot that can grow here right now, or probably for the foreseeable future.
Okay. Boots, I guess we'll just keep following the tiefling. Did we get a name from the tiefling?
Yeah, I forget it though.
I'll type it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll fill most of my 3 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot chest with this material. And then I cast the spell again and poof, there goes my chest.
Fantani.
Do I know anything, like, does the Angry Hound tribe sound at all familiar to me?
Make a history check with advantage.
Okay. Ooh.
You'd remember them a little bit. They're a nomadic tribe in the jungle. Your people would have had not really a lot of interaction with them, but they were fine. Like, they weren't hostile towards anybody. They just kind of wandered around trying to get by like everybody else.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if, like, they were from my time here, or if they were like a newer tribe or something along
They've
those
been
lines.
around.
Yeah. Okay.
She leads you guys down towards the center of this crater. Takes like a good 5-10 minutes. It's a pretty big crater to climb your way down. And when she gets to the bottom, she calls out in a language you don't understand. I don't think any of you guys speak. Do any of you guys speak Primordial?
I don't.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, she calls out in Primordial, and you see some of the stone and kind of leftover dust and dirt seems to kind of shift aside. And you see standing there a small gnome, female with a bald head, kind of same white face paint on her. And she seems to be like basically like earth bending an opening into this cavern. She just says, "You found guest Fantani?" And she goes, "Yes, I did. Let them inside. I'll vouch for them for now. But keep an eye on them. I don't trust them yet." She kind of nods and gestures for you guys to make your way in.
I will. Yep.
She closes it behind you. You see inside a kind of a large chamber that leads to another series of tunnels and kind of this rock and dirt. You see a few kids running around that kind of stare as you guys make your way in.
And this is inside the meteor crater, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually almost like in part of the meteor that's still dug into the ground.
Okay.
And there's a few small campfires. You see people, some of them look like they're druids, some of them look like they're probably more like hunters, but maybe don't have arcane magic. And everyone kind of turns and looks at you as you make your way in. You hear various deliberations and discussions, parents calling for their kids in that same language. And Fantani says, "Now that we are in less dire circumstances, can you please all explain to me thoroughly where you are from, what you're doing here?" And everyone's just kind of like looking at you.
I don't. Go. You go. Yep.
I'm Boots. I'm with the Star Seekers. They're my tribe, and I lost them, and I'm looking for them. Do you know where they are? These are my friends. They're helping me.
They don't look less confused.
So there's towers. There's towers around here, right?
Yes, we know what the Star Towers are, but the Star Druids have been gone for quite a while.
Yes, and
How
I'm
did
looking.
you lose them?
Well, they were, like they were there, and then they weren't anymore.
We're here to investigate their disappearance.
Yeah. That sort of.
I realize that this is something that would have been best done a long time ago, but
I was very small. Like, I'm small now, but I was even smaller. I was a kid.
How do we know you're really a Star Seeker?
I.
perhaps
Will?
a demonstration?
Yeah. I hate the fact that I have to use one of my wild shapes for this. So I will use my wild shapes to take on the starry form of the dragon.
You see
And
this?
so-
Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, so my whole body kind of lights up and there's just spots and constellations all over in the shape of a dragon.
Everyone in the room goes, "Wow!" All the kids are like pointing and yelling in that language you don't understand. Some of the parents look concerned and start like leading their kids away. She just says,
And I also slowly start hovering 20 feet in the air.
Have we ever seen that before?
You've seen her do it with her archer form, but not with the dragon, I don't think.
I don't think I've ever used my dragon form. No.
Whoa.
We've seen Archer and we've seen Chalice.
Yep.
She just kind of looks at you and says, "I must say, I thought your peoples were extinct."
I thought they are too. But I'm looking for them. I hope they're not.
Well, perhaps you should talk to our historian.
Oh! Where are they? I would love to.
She turns to someone else and says something in a language you don't understand. Eventually, you see this old, withered-looking goblin with a cane in each hand, kind of start limping, kind of / crutchesing his way in, and he just goes, "Ah,
Dual wielding canes.
Southerners, awesome! I haven't seen a Southerner in 61 years in 4 days."
I'm a Westerner, not a Southerner.
Oh yes, I can tell. Yes, a changeling. We don't see a lot of those. And a Leonin, you're a little far north.
I'll stand there silently.
He doesn't
Well-
talk much.
Nice
Boots
to meet
has-
you.
Boots has this very perplexed look on her face, and she keeps looking between Takorin and the goblin, and she might be trying to figure out which one is older.
And she says, "My name's Nami. I'm the historian for the Angry Hound tribe. It's my job to keep track of our histories. We don't really write books or anything, so I just keep all the knowledge in my noggin. We're wandering around. We don't really have civilizations or a home, so it's just important to remember where we've been and where we come from and who was important in our tribe's history. So that's my job. I know stuff."
Excellent. How long have you been settled here?
Oh boy, it's been and you see there's like drool like dripping out of their mouth. 436 years and 19 days.
Whoa. Maybe I've met you before.
Nope, I remember everything.
Well,
I want to insight check that.
Sure.
I was smaller then, so like just take me and then like squish it down.
I never forget a face, even though my vision's going.
Oh shoot.
They seem honest that they don't forget anything.
No, I'm just remembering I told you the names of my entire family and I can't remember them anymore.
I remember them.
I know, I wrote them down someplace. There it is. Do you
Thomas
know
remembers
the
everything.
An elephant never forgets.
do you know Glim Glitterdust?
Oh, I remember Glim. Yeah, he's a nice fella. How's he doing? Oh wait, they disappeared.
Yeah. No,
That's right. That's right.
that's my dad.
So where have you been all this time?
Oh, you just like around.
Awesome.
I want to inside check Boots there. It's only a 12.
She looks very confused. And she has been around.
Yeah,
She has been around. I wanted to know if she was being deliberately vague.
No, she's more like, I don't know how to address this.
Okay.
yeah, I remember. Yeah. Sorry that he's gone.
Thank you.
Do you remember the last place that you saw these people?
It would have been a little bit north here. Him and his people were getting ready for some kind of lunar eclipse ceremony or something. They invited me to it, but I was busy.
Oh god, did they try to take a ride on a comet?
Like Boots' family would be that silly. They could have, honestly.
They all drank Kool-Aid.
Maybe we're standing in the comet that they took a ride on. Almost wondered.
Maybe.
Oh, that, since you're the last Star Seeker I know, you should probably have this.
And he pulls out a bag and starts pulling just tons of stuff out of it. Clearly a bag of holding. He pulls out like a whole bunch of different like paintings, these large stone tablets with cave drawings on them. He's like, no, that's not it. And just setting them all aside until the room is filled with all of these like historical artifacts of various tribes. He's like,
here it is.
And he pulls out a very like almost neon glowing blue gemstone that sits on a necklace made of vines with small kind of little intricate weavings in it of different kind of beads and thread. She goes, there you go.
Oh, thank you. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, it's something important to your people. They called it like a right stone or something.
Does that sound familiar to me, Thomas?
I would say probably not.
Okay.
Boots, if you'd like, I could identify that for you.
Sure.
I will take it and cast Identify. Ritual cast. It'll take a minute, but yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Decorin, as you identify it, you're able to ascertain some properties of it, but some of it almost seems like cloudy, like hidden to you. It feels like it's almost like far away. What you do get is that this is some kind of powerful natural artifact. The magic in it's not arcane, it is nature magic, which makes it hard for you to identify. You've never really come across something like this full of nature magic. What you are able to ascertain from it is that it is dynamic. The item itself is changing, and as you kind of look closer into it, you see there's several carvings in it of constellations that are moving within it. But exactly what it does and what all of its properties are, you're not able to ascertain. And he says,
I remember they would take these out on starry nights up to those towers and look through them to see, different the will of the universe or something. And it was like a big deal.
Okay. Do you know like when? How they figured out when to do it?
I don't know. I don't remember. But I figured you should have it. Maybe you figure it out.
Yeah,
I'm not really into space or stars or anything, because it just makes me think of how insignificant we all really are.
Uh-huh.
Very deep.
Terrifying.
Thank you.
Not just the stature of us small people, but in the grand scheme, yes, it's.
We'll all be forgotten someday and lost to the void. Remember
Well,
that.
aren't stars just dead ancestors looking down on us?
I don't believe those kind of conspiracy theories. I still think that they're bleeding gods.
That's a lot of gods.
A lot of blood.
Boots is just staring at the stone medallion thing and has kind of checked out of the conversation.
Now, they said, stuff about like constellations and stars. Would I have any grasp of how to figure out, anything about how that might match up, or, how we might figure out, like what kind of night would be?
He doesn't seem to
Pertain
think he seems to think it's any night.
Mm.
Like, he's not on a specific night. He says you bring them up, and they use these to look at the stars and to map them out.
Well, perhaps
but Corin,
that would be easier to use at the Star Tower then.
After Corin, just your impression from Identify. This does not seem like a simple map spell. Like, this thing is pulsing with magic. It's just not magic you're familiar with, or
It's
that
very
arcane
powerful.
magic
Yeah.
that arcane magic can influence.
Boots, did Takorin give it back to Boots?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, then
And
she'll
would
just
have
put it around her.
apologized that I couldn't figure it out more.
Boots goes to take it back from Takorin, and he goes like Bilbo and Rivendell, Lord of the Rings.
You guys see Kryn and Jarsali, you guys are kind of taking a break, sweating, drinking water. You see a kid walks up to you, and he kind of puts his hand out. He's got, this face painting that looks like a skull on him, and he kind of puts his hand out towards the jerky.
I'll give him a piece.
Takes it, and then you see him go, oh. And he runs over and he starts showing it off to all his friends.
They've never seen jerky before?
They probably not beef.
Oh, sure.
Boots will just put the medallion around her neck and look at the rest of the group. What do we want to do? Do we want to keep going?
This is your quest, friend. I think we follow you.
Okay.
Well,
Sure.
we still haven't gotten to the tower yet. Maybe this artifact interacts with it somehow. I don't know.
What time of day is it?
You guys have been traveling for a quarter of your travel day, so we'll say you guys probably got here around 8 or 9 a.m. and it's probably noon or 1 in the afternoon. It's not been too long.
So I'll look back at the Goblin Guide. Do you know exactly where the tower is?
Oh, which one?
I guess just the closest? There's supposed to be one around here-ish, but we didn't...
Sure, we'll take you to it.
Okay.
Closest one would be Serpent Tower. And he starts kind of goblin hobbling away with his crutches.
Oh, she'll just she would have started asking a question and he would have just ran and she would have chased after him and been like, oh, do they all have names?
Mm-hmm. Are you guys coming?
He looks over at Kryn and Jarsali, who are still relaxing, moving away.
Kryn's probably doing fine. He's just making sure Jarsali gets the food and water she looks like she needs.
Do they seem like they have any ulterior motive or extra interest in any of these towers that they're offering to so readily show her?
Make an insight check.
Hold on.
I'd probably make that check too if that's cool.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Hold on. Did my handout go somewhere, Thomas?
It should just be under handouts.
Oh.
Where is it? That's weird.
That is a great, because I was figuring I probably have something in there that would help with that, but I don't see it in there.
Oh, I did move it on accident. It's under magic items now.
I see.
It's a magical handout.
Okay, so probably not, because I'm not staring at them in the eyes. Okay.
Kryn, you get the impression that he's not that interested in helping you guys. But this is an opportunity to learn some new stuff. And he's like, oh, Starseeker Druid. That means I can learn more about the Starseeker Towers, and that's his ulterior motive.
I'll convey as much to Jarasali kind of quietly and say, on the surface it seems harmless, but I suppose depending it could turn out to be more nefarious than that.
Maybe I'm just jaded. I tend to wonder why people do things unselfishly.
Me too. I don't think it's a bad thing, especially in the line of work we're in.
Boots is obviously
Probably some-
totally trusting.
It's funny. I was gonna say, probably some truth to that, and we can counterbalance Boots as being not that way at all.
Absolutely. Been doing it for years.
He continues onwards, walking through these dirt tunnels. Eventually, he would come to one that opens up into this massive honeycomb web of these tunnels. The tunnels are pretty tight. Rogar can just fit in them. Like, they basically almost scrape his shoulders and his head. They're about his size. But there is dozens, if not hundreds, of these tunnels connecting to this massive open chamber, where you see another probably 30 or 40 of these angry hound tribe that seem to be making clothes out of hides, cooking meats on this massive bonfire. Some of them seem to be in prayer, and as they come through, they kind of start to stand up and look concerned, and then the goblin goes, it's all right, settle down. And they kind of start slowly going back to what they were doing.
I'm gonna ask the goblin, you dig these tunnels out yourselves?
Oh, our people do for the last 784 years and 9 days.
It's a lot of work.
Well, it's important work for our people.
So you mostly stay underground?
Whatever Nanumas guides us.
I don't know that god, do I?
Probably not. You can make a religion check.
Nah, I don't know.
Anyone else can if they want. God, Boots is killing it today.
Boots knows.
Boots episode.
As
Boots, you know of Nanumas. Nanumas is a god that is said to be a tree and also a god. And you're kind of connecting dots now that the Angry Hounds are followers of Nanumas, and their whole shtick, their whole tribal deal, all their traditions, all of their practices are based around following the world roots of Nanumas to try to find the tree someday.
So it's kind of like a Yggdrasil.
Yes,
Okay.
they're looking for it. And
Okay.
they have been for as long as they've been around.
so it's like the root of their religion.
Well,
Ooh.
the problem is that after finding the roots constantly move and change, so they might find a root and then it'll just like slink at it and just move away super fast, and they have to try to follow it. And they've been doing that like forever. So they have a lot of tunnels.
Well,
Interesting.
We'll see how close we can get you to the Serpent Tower. Probably
What are-
safer traveling down. Oh,
What are the other towers?
there's the Serpent Tower, Eagle, and Ox.
And so the serpent is the one that's closest to us?
That's right.
And then I think there's one that's sort of like to the north of
Yeah,
the
that's
serpent.
Eagle Tower. It's atop a mountain.
Oh. And then the ox is to the east?
East.
Yeah.
And is that on top of anything?
No.
Is it hard to get to?
Oh, yeah.
Why are
Wha-
the towers named the way they're named?
They're named after the constellations that sat above them when they were constructed. The
Okay.
night the Serpent Tower was finished, the Serpent constellation shone in the sky. Etc.
Kryn probably wouldn't have any idea, but I'm guessing the Star Seekers would attribute meaning to the different constellations.
Yeah, they're in the constellations.
So would Boots know what the Serpent constellation represented?
You can make a nature check with advantage if you want, Boots.
Okay.
It's a 20.
It's pretty good. Yeah. So the Snake constellation is basically a protector constellation. It signifies like safety, usually in like the form of like combat, more of like a guardian than like safety. It's like a guardian figure, and it's basically people look to it for guidance and protection in times of need.
Okay. I guess
What
Boots
about
would.
the ox and the eagle, though?
You can make separate nature checks for those if you want.
I'm curious. Ooh,
Yeah, so 14 and an 11.
had to run out
The
sometime.
goblin might know.
Yeah. I would say up until then, my lowest roll had been a 14.
The eagle god is like wisdom, it's like seen as like an elder, and then the ox is kind of perseverance, getting through tough times. It basically means that there's hard times ahead, but you'll be able to get through it if you can bear it. It signifies hardship, but also like perseverance.
Do I know the order that? I mean, I'm assuming I probably don't. The order in which the towers were built, or I'll ask actually.
Oh, well, let's see. I don't think I know that information. It never occurred to me to ask.
Oh.
Well, we can carbon date them when we get there.
Carbon, you really are a conspiracy theorist.
Everyone knows that the 6 elements are earth, air, fire, water, ether, and death.
That's a primitive way of thinking. The only two elements are nature and arcane, youngin.
Okay.
And he kind of stops.
Well, you follow that tunnel for about 16 miles, turn left, and then dig your way up, and you'll be pretty darn close to the Serpent Tower. It is customary that after receiving housing from the Angry Hound tribe that you provide a gift, and although it's not customary, I would appreciate it if you would perhaps return to us and give me whatever knowledge you find. I'm quite interested to hear what happened to your folks.
Yeah, I can. I mean, if I, well, I think we sort of have to come back through this way, right? Because our.
You can go whatever way you feel the world is guiding you.
That is true.
I will
And-
give him the Void Stone that I took from the Deadlands. or whatever that place was.
He takes it. Wow. And he puts it in his mouth and like chews on it. Crunchy.
and dies.
As a goblin, he's got like 4 sets of teeth, so he just puts it in and just like you just hear like it sounds like putting a pebble in a blender. It's just like. And eventually we hear it just like start cracking, and he's like, ah, and he spits out a little blood, and then finishes eating it and goes, all right, and starts making his way back.
If we don't return, I'll be sure to message you with as much information as we can gather. We'll get that information to you one way or the other.
No, thank you. I do not want that arcane garbage polluting my town.
Well, it would only be your head.
I especially don't want it there.
I put away the arcane paste I was about to give him.
Arcane toothpaste.
Well, it's from when we fought the crocodile at the very beginning. I still have that arcane paste.
Oh, yeah.
I think I do too, actually. Yeah, I
I-
have 2 of them.
I used it. I put it on my bullets.
Okay, so we have to dig. This would have been so nice if I'd actually prepared move earth like I thought.
Yep,
And
you'll
then
be about 12
didn't.
feet down.
12 feet.
I seem to remember you having a large badger form of some kind from when we were with the Alliance and down in the catacombs or whatever.
It's true. But if I use my large badger form, I will be completely out of wild shapes for the rest of the day.
You won't get there today. You could probably get, if you guys travel through the night, you could probably get there at night and then long rest.
Okay.
It would mess up your sleep schedules, but you can do that if you wanted to keep your shapes. Like travel all night in the tunnel, badger form, and then go to sleep before you guys go up.
Or dig until we're almost there.
And then, don't you get him back on a short rest?
No, I get it back in a long rest.
I could have sworn you got him back on a short rest. That's so weird.
Wild shape? No, you get him back on a long rest.
You regain expended uses
short
on a
or
short
long
or-
rest.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this whole time. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm gonna go ahead and cast the dome, and if you want to badger it up and dig our way up until we're out, but then.
Well, I thought we had to go through the rest of the tunnel first, and then it's just up.
Sure.
So it's like 16 miles through the rest of the tunnel, which
okay.
is almost like a full day's travel.
Okay.
So we could go half that, and then half of it the next day, and then you could dig up, and we could do a short rest then, and then we could go in the tower.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That way we're not tired.
Yeah.
Though we do kind of want to get there at night, because it sounds
That's
like
true.
what we're going to want to do with these star things is be there at night, but that's okay. We can just stay until it's night. I mean, we don't have to arrive there at night.
That's
I mean, by the time we would be arriving there, it would be like early morning, wouldn't it?
So wait, it's
Yes.
noon now. If we wanted to travel another half of the day, then it would be nighttime, and then we'd spend half a day traveling. Would
Yep.
it be half a day traveling the rest? And then yeah, we'd get
Yes.
there at like noon, take
Sleep
long
and then wake
rest,
up
or-
just as night's falling.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll do that.
Okay. Is there anything you guys want to do just while you're walking through this dirt tunnel for the next day?
Smoke.
In the tunnel,
Yeah.
there's no ventilation.
It's a big tunnel, and it's one cigar. It'll be fine.
You know, Jarsali is healing. She's got very delicate lungs.
You're about to get the mom lecture, Kryn.
Kren's gonna turn to look at Jarsali to see if there is any sign of discomfort or complaint coming from her.
Complaint,
just want
no.
The
I will
smallest
definitely
little
shrug
cough.
at her though.
Just like
I'm gonna go. I got the black lung.
Kren will go, fine, and he'll put it out.
Boots is like, you're killing her!
Rogar looks happy that you put it out. Since he's just as big as the tunnel as he's walking through, it'll be like right in his face.
Cigar smoke actually tends to sink. Trust me, I worked in a cigar shop for 6 years.
You guys continue traveling, eventually making your way to where you think the dig up spot is, or at least pretty close to it.
So then we'll rest here, or I'm digging up first, and then we rest. Is that right?
Well,
I like how we have already forgotten the plan.
Well, I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna ritually cast Lehman's tiny hut, so that we have a safe place to rest. But you can go ahead and dig up while I do that, and then as soon as you pop out, you can come back down into the hut, and we'll take our short rest.
Okay, I will do that.
I'll give a rope and a grappling hook to Boots and say, here, you can loop this around a tree. That way we have something to climb up when it's time.
Okay, Boots will take it, and then also, because she's got a lot of time, make little notches.
Oh, yeah.
Into the dirt. Like a ladder.
Oh, I thought you were going to be making knots in the rope, but notches, yeah, that makes sense too.
And also have it maybe slightly gradiented, so it's sort of just like a nice smooth path up, but with still some notches, because she's worried that Jarsali might stumble and like wants to make sure there's like places she could grab.
Thomas, can I check parts of that meteorite to see if I feel like it has any arcane properties?
I'll make a nature check. Or you can or just an arcana check if you want to just check for magic stuff.
I'll do both.
I was going to say, Jarsali is very curious about those, so she would definitely help with that if she saw him doing that.
So I guess then 22 for arcana and 16 for nature.
Okay. So it is not magic, but it is a unique material. It's meteoric iron. It is absurdly resistant to fire. If you were to make some armor or something out of it. And it seems to have some properties that counteract necrotic magic.
Interesting.
Do I feel like I can make weapons or armor out of it? With my skills.
Marcus, you'd have to be an expert level blacksmith to be able to do that.
Oh, hey, I am.
Oh, look at that. You got expertise in blacksmith last year.
Yeah. Between Marcus and I, or between Rogar and I, I'm thinking maybe we can do something with this. Because if it's not already enchanted with magical properties, that means I could probably enchant it with magical properties of some kind.
I call back to the core and keep, get the forge ready, make it extra hot.
So, Boots, you crawl your tunnel up, breaking through the surface. You see brilliant trees all around you, much denser than the beach area. It takes you a little bit of looking around, but you can see even in the clear morning sky, the heat kind of hits you. Some bugs start to curiously float around. And you see, towering over the trees, a massive wooden tower with vines growing all around and over it. You see the outside of the tower is a dilapidated, falling apart wooden staircase that spirals all the way around up the tower. And you see at the top of the tower several pillars or tablets that are about 10 feet high kind of jut out of it. But that's all you can see from here.
Okay. Can I smell anything?
Make a perception check.
Cool, because I have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell as a badger.
The area smells slightly acidic.
Cool. Does that mean anything to me?
Probably not.
Cool. I can go back down. And I turn out of a badger. And then I say, smelled slightly acidic up there.
Mm.
I wonder if that's normal for the jungle.
I don't think so. I feel like I know what the jungle smells like. But oh well, it'll be fine. Bedtime?
Bedtime. I'll stay up for a watch. Anyway, just to be sure.
Even with the hut.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Could make a perception check.
I will wear my goggles of night. 16.
At one point in the night, you hear heavy footfalls above. You hear like, but they seem to pass.
When they've gotten somewhat distant, like how close did they sound like they got?
They sound like they get pretty close, maybe within 150 feet of your hole, but they don't seem to take interest or go down it or see it or who knows, because you don't know what it is.
I want to kind of just climb the rope enough to pop my head out and take a look around, and I'm going to do so sneakily.
Make another perception check.
9.
You got nothing.
All right, I'll slide back down the rope and get in the hut. Could I tell which direction it was?
Yeah, it would have been. I guess that's west of where you guys are camped out at.
Okay.
Was that closer or further from the Star Tower?
Further. The Star Tower's just to your east.
Okay.
And Jarsali would have been awake after her requisite rest time, because I know elves don't need the full 8. Unconsciously, anyway.
Sure.
Kryn will come down and, assuming Jarsali is awake, would say, I heard something big up there. I don't know what it was, though. I didn't get a look at it.
Probably if you saw it, you still wouldn't have known what it was.
Probably, but I might have had an idea of whether it was
Big and toothy.
big and toothy or not.
So do we make it through a long rest?
Yep.
Alrighty.
You sure do.
After the long rest is over, I'm going to tell Rogar about the thing too, and Boots, and I'm going to say, I actually want to go see if we can find some footprints, just to see if we can have any idea what that thing was, just in case we run into it.
I'll nod and I'll start climbing up.
I will go with him.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just say, it was pretty much directly to the west is where I heard it.
Immediately after you guys come out of your hole, you see there's a troll standing there. And he immediately goes, "Ah!" And he pulls out a small, like, conch shell of some kind. And he starts blowing into it.
Can I have casted a spell before he did that, or?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll give you I'll give you a reaction.
Oh, well, the spell I was going to cast would be an action.
Yeah, I was just thinking, because he was waiting for you guys to come up out of the hole. So he was technically at a held action, so
Okay, that's fair.
That's kind of how I'm rolling it.
All right.
And you hear coming from the trees. I'm going to have you guys roll initiative.
Is it coming from the west?
From the east. I mean, yes, the west. I'm a fool.
Kryn will
I
say,
always get my east and west messed up. I'm sorry.
It says Weast.
Crane will say, I think that's what I heard.
Oh,
Surely I
guess it would help
have-
if I had my
Surely
token
I have
selected.
more decks than a troll. Surely I have more decks than a troll.
How much dex do you have?
5.
Yeah, that's probably more.
And more than
Getting
me.
there. Hold on.
Did we bring Scarf with us?
They have
It's
one
actu-
dex.
Yeah, she would have brought
It's
Scarf
actually-
with her.
Okay.
It's actually a 9, Thomas. FYI, it's a 9.
But if anything happens to Scarf, I will destroy everybody here.
You hear that, Thomas? If anything happens, Boots is going to destroy you and only you.
I got it. So whatever is coming from right here.
I don't think I speak troll.
Do we know what trolls speak?
Make a nature check.
Do I see the footprints at a Grin subject?
Boots, they speak giant.
Look, I don't speak giant.
Would
I
you
speak
say
a number of languages, but I'm pretty
you
sure
say-
that's not one of them.
Rogard?
Do I see the footprints that Grin was talking about?
You'd see some footprints. They're
Are
pretty
they
big.
troll footprints?
No.
Oh. Would I recognize them?
Probably not in such a short time. Maybe you studied
Okay.
them a little bit. All right, Boots, you're up first.
Well, I think Boots will push Scarf back into the hole.
I just imagine
Scarf just like lays down in the hole.
No, she'll like do the thing where she's like, go a little bit further back, go further back, go.
Just like takes like one step back at a time and looks up at you like.
And
it's like, go
that's-
further.
And that's Boots' turn.
Yeah, and Boots is done.
That might be like 3 turns.
Do I know troll physiology at all?
Yeah, you guys have fought some trolls, I think, at one point.
Have we?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think we have.
Rogar fought a troll. And
He
you-
did. And we all watched that fight, so we would know that trolls heal.
Yep.
Would we know that fire and acid stop it?
I'll say sure. I'll assume you guys did a little bit of research on your troll buddy when you were getting ready for the fight.
Okay.
So that was my whole turn, right?
No, that was not your turn. That's
Oh,
free.
okay.
I'm not gonna make you lose your turn to get your dog out of the way.
I mean, I would have been fine with it.
I'm not that awful.
So Boots will turn to the troll and hold. I will hold a guiding bolt until he makes an aggressive action and say, we're just here to see the tower. We're not trying to fight peoples. Sorry. But it'll be in common. I don't speak giant. And that'll be my turn.
Let's see. Corn, what's your dex?
10.
So the trolls go before you.
But I go before the trolls.
Yep.
I want to insight check the troll. Does it look like Boots' words had any effect, or does it look like it still wants to be hostile? With a 20.
It's pretty hostile.
I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna shoot it for, I assume, 22 damage. And then again for 27 damage. And on the second one, I am going to use Trial by Fire to add half of my fighter level, so 6 more damage as fire damage.
And you can also re-roll that one.
I can.
Wow, you get 2 40-10 rolls a turn?
Yes. But I don't provide any utility.
I have one job.
Oh, nice. So
Ooh.
nine more damage on the first one. Yeah, one of my firearm upgrades is called a double barrel, and it lets me shoot twice.
Okay, so that's how much damage is that?
So that'd be 31 plus 27, so that's 58.
He hates it. That it for you?
That is it.
Well, this troll is going to take this couple steps back. He's going to throw a javelin at Kryn.
A 13 will miss.
Does my 26 hit him though?
Oh yeah, that'll hit him.
Then he takes 14 radiant damage.
And then busting through the side wall over here, you see a familiar creature you battled once before. A creature imported from the eastern jungles by your good friend Taraj. The creature that you fought long ago in the tunnel, a boulder crag with a troll riding atop it.
Oh shit.
Oh. Shit just got real.
And this troll will throw a javelin at who's closest. Rogar.
Yeah, that'll
Just-
hit.
Disgusting javelin.
And Rogar, make a con save.
Not just a regular jab. Oh god, I'm so glad that was at you.
Okay. Torin.
So I had started to cast a spell and I was ready to cast it on the troll, and then I see the boulder crag pop out and I'm like, oh, okay.
Change of plans.
Wasn't that the thing that was in the
Shit.
cage?
Yes.
It was the thing we've fought two of them.
It was a
The
thing
first-
that you were holding the gate open while you
Yeah.
were so Carganto to let all of us escape. from.
Right. I remember.
That was the
gonna-
first one.
I'm gonna cast Hold Monster on the boulder crag. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw DC 19. Or no, 18, but yeah. Okay, the boulder crag is paralyzed.
Yeah, boulder crag.
That means that all melee attacks have advantage and are auto crits.
All attacks.
No, it auto crits as if they're incapacitated.
And paralyzed gives you
Oh, shit,
auto
you're right.
crits.
Yeah.
That
And
changes
I
my
am
plans, but
gonna
that's probably
back
better.
up into the brush and try to take any kind of cover I can find. And as a bonus action, I will cast. Well, I won't cast, but I'll use Ice Barrier on Jersali.
Oh, I forgot to heal the troll. He healed a little bit at the start of his turn.
I shot him with fire.
Fire damage.
Never mind, he didn't heal.
Never mind, that didn't
I
happen.
didn't forget. I wasn't supposed to.
And yeah, that's it for me.
Rogar.
Rogar, seeing the boulder crag paralyzed, changes his plan of trying to flip him over on his side. Pulls out his glaive, rages, runs up here and just starts attacking him. I guess so 27, 29?
Yep.
I guess those two are crits, right?
They are.
Here.
So you can roll whatever the dice are again. So it'll be a d12.
Or-
So roll d12.
Or you can just double the dice, right?
Yeah, whichever one you want to do.
So add 22 more damage.
Well, it's just 2
Nice.
attacks, right?
Yeah, but I have
Oh.
that.
Haha.
So 10 plus 20 is 30, plus 22 is 52.
Oof.
He hates that. Why is his color not changing?
I think it changed a little bit.
Weird.
I just assumed he had a lot more health.
I didn't think. Oh, it seems like a big chunk to me, but I don't know. I'm not a color expert.
Colorologist.
You're solid. Oh, there we go.
Now that I have the ice thing, that's going to change what I do. Actually, I will draw Cold Snap. I will begin blade dancing my way to here. And then I will switch tabs to click on attack.
Sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore.
I like that Brian's narrating his technical. That's my favorite.
You see
So
what I
I
have
will-
to put up for you?
Attack the thing. That is actually a 13, so that I'm sure. Well, actually, it's a troll. That might hit.
What's his armor class? Let me see. They have an armor class of 14.
Just missed. And then I will use. Ray of Frost for the second half. And that is 12 and misses, so I do nothing. That's my turn.
Is Baller Crack still paralyzed? He's making another save.
Yes. At the end of his
at
turn.
the end of his turn.
Uh-oh.
Wow, that's one of the only things he could have rolled. All right.
Boots.
Okay. My plan has changed multiple times. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, guys.
You're fine.
Okay, so I think I am going to use. Damn, I don't think that would really be much. Well, I will try. I will use Elemental Bane at 5th level
Ooh.
on the 2 trolls. Yeah, the 2 trolls. So they have to make a con save.
On who?
The 2 trolls,
Oh, okay.
because I did it at 5th level.
Is it DC 14?
DC 17. I don't know why that didn't change,
Okay.
but it's DC 17. So both of them fail, and now they are both
They take extra damage.
but it's cold.
Okay.
Cold?
Cold.
So that means you're gonna deal cold damage to them then?
Oh, they're
No, it's
vulnerable to cold
whenever
damage.
whenever
okay.
anyone hits them with cold damage, they take an extra 2d6 damage, and they
Okay.
are vulnerable to it.
Gotcha.
And as a bonus action, I will do my archer form. I meant to do that last time, but I forgot. And hit, I think, still this one here.
Okay. Pew.
19 for 17 radiant damage. And that is my turn.
Cranderella.
I love that name.
I'm gonna shoot the one on the right again.
Okay.
Ooh, 56 damage if I hit him with both of those. Plus 6 fire damage, so 64 damage.
The first one kills him.
Well, if the first one kills him, I would still shoot him again with the second one to be sure I did the fire damage to him so he doesn't regenerate.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
The troll goes down, and his body begins to burn up and disappear. This troll is going to jump down off of the Balder Crag. Take 3 attacks at Rogar.
1 hit.
Ooh, big damage. And to Corn.
All right. Well, you know, if at first you don't succeed, hold and hold again. Hold monster at 5th level on the boulder crag.
Nice.
And as a bonus action, you guys will see me for the first time pull out my Vorpal Timepiece of Cade.
Ooh.
And I am going to use Novice on the boulder crag to lower its I'm gonna reduce its proficiency bonus by 3.
Okay.
Ooh. Space.
I think
It is-
that means it would have to roll a 20 to succeed.
It has
now.
a 3 proficiency bonus in most of its all of its attacks.
Well, that would also affect its saves, and
It's
Well,
not
only if it's
wisdom
proficient in
saves.
saves.
it's probably it may not be proficient in wisdom saves.
That's true. But yeah, it gets a -3 to anything it has proficiency on.
Cool.
And that'll be it.
Roger.
See, Kryn, it's okay if you don't have any utility. I'm bringing it all to the table.
He'll
I bring the damage. That's what I do.
Yeah.
a lot of damage too. That's more than my level 20 rogue could do. And I'll attack the boulder crag twice. 23 and 14.
Well, if your
Oh.
rogue sneak attacked, he could probably do more than that.
He has a 10d6.
23 will hit.
And it's an auto crit.
Oh yeah, it's an auto crit. So
But I guess you could still technically miss.
Yeah, you can still miss.
You rolled a 1.
It just doesn't go through the hide.
Yeah.
let's see. So that'd be plus 13 more to the 9. So that'd be 22.
Okay.
That's it.
Trisali.
Sally will move to there. She will move over to the other tab. I will use an attack action.
Having to alt tab like that must be such a nightmare.
Cold Frost, and I miss
Oof.
terribly. And then Cold Snap for the other part of the attack action. That is a 15.
Is that at the Balder
yeah.
Crag or the Troll?
It's the troll.
Yeah, 15 will hit.
So it's 8 slashing damage and 2 cold damage because it's vulnerable.
Plus 2d6.
Plus 2d6, right.
This music is
3
from
more cold
Divinity.
damage.
Yep.
And that's it.
It's good music.
Actually, hold on a minute.
Literally
quite,
battle
sorry.
music.
And then she'll take up defensive positions in front of Boots.
Okay. Ouch.
I think we skipped the boulder crag.
Yeah.
He's paralyzed.
Well, yeah, but he gets
He
to
still
make a
gets-
wisdom. Oh, he did make a wisdom saving
Oh.
throw.
Okay. Boots will use a guiding bolt. Yeah, a guiding bolt on the troll.
Okay.
Actually, first she'll use her archer form for 15 radiant damage, and then she will use guiding bolt.
On the troll.
Yeah, still on the troll. Both of these are on the troll. Oh, I'm guessing 12 doesn't hit.
12 does not hit.
Okay. That's my turn.
Green.
I will shoot at the Troll. And I'll trial by fire that second one,
Wow.
and I'm gonna
He's dead.
I'm gonna re-roll the one,
He has 70 hit points left.
so add 8 more damage.
He just bursts, goes pop into a small mushroom cloud of flames.
That's it for me.
To Corin.
All right. I'll come out here so I can get a little bit better of a shot on it, and I will use Taj's Mind Whip at 2nd level. So it can make, let's see, an intelligence saving
that's
throw.
literally what you guys did the last time you fought it.
I know. I remember.
It's not broke, don't fix it.
-3. So that'll do 11 psychic damage. And if it becomes, well, yeah, it doesn't matter because it's going to be paralyzed by the time it gets around to its turn still.
It would try to run away if it was not paralyzed.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that because it's paralyzed.
Just for the sake of time, I mean, it's going to be dead before its next turn. I feel like. So.
Let us finish it. Come on.
All right. Crid. Oh no, wait.
Turn.
No, Crid went. Rogar.
I just made it to where
What is
they're
the
on meta
blue?
crits.
Oh.
Wow, that's really
That's terrible damage.
horrible damage. Yeah, I'm not rolling well on my damage.
And a waste of. Oh, you. Oh, I see what you did there. Never mind. I said on a waste of 20s, then I realized what you did.
That's 31. That's it.
Don't you get extra dice for brutal critical?
It's already included into that.
Oh, nice.
God, that's terrible.
Yeah.
No. Well, advantage to hit. So 26 hits for 13 plus 2d6.
Well, it says rolling 1 plus 5.
Where?
Oh, it is.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
why they're both 6s. It says rolling 1 plus 5.
It's not 1d whatever. It's just 1.
Oh, that's why you're not doing any damage. I was kind of thinking,
There
like,
we go.
yeah, Kryn's doing a lot of damage and Rogar isn't.
Well, that's only been for what, this turn and last turn. The first turn it wasn't doing
That's
that.
just his loss of
Okay.
confidence debuff after the hard year he had.
That's 16 damage with the crit dice, by the way.
See, he's still alive. I mean, he's paralyzed, but still. So we get a whole nother round to wail on.
20. Well, even if he gets out, he's still paralyzed for the whole next round. Boots.
Oh, yeah.
I will do an archer form. And 13 doesn't hit, I'm guessing.
But he's paralyzed.
He's paralyzed, so 24.
Oh, 24, so 15.
Yep.
And then just for funsies, what's the distance? I'll have to scoot around this way a little bit. I'll do a thorn whip. Whip it real good. 16. Did a 16 hit?
16 hits, yeah, for 15 more.
Or 15?
All right, Kryn, finish it off. Do 1 million damage.
Does that do it?
Thomas
And,
is so disappointed.
No, I'm not.
I do kind of feel like the double barrel with the new upgrade I got might be a bit OP.
We'll keep it for the session and we'll talk about it next time.
All right.
And so you do more damage than my level 20 rogue could.
Yeah, we might have to nerf. We put the double barrel in tentatively, knowing that it could be a problem. We might have to nerf it, Kryn. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Maybe make it so I can't have it until like level 15 or something.
I was
don't
thinking
know.
it might. I think it might be like a limited time, like a short rest ability or something, so you can do it. Take another shot.
Okay.
Like kind of like almost like an action surge. Like no, I get to do 2 shots this turn.
Okay. Yeah, we can think about it because the way the rifle works is like starting out it was just 1d10 and then it was 2d10 and then at level 11 it became 4d10 and then at 20th level it becomes 6d10.
Okay.
But it's only ever to one person and I have no utility, so that's another thing.
Still,
to
you're
keep in
dealing
mind.
you're dealing more damage than like the whole team does in a round.
That's
like a lot.
like I agree.
Yeah,
We
we're gonna
can see
we'll
how
nerf it.
we can see how it feels later too.
Yeah, we'll probably end up nerfing it, but we'll keep it for this session. We'll talk about it later.
Nah, I'll just quit using the double barrel for this session. That's fine.
Okay. And Boots, as you guys finish off these trolls that were waiting in ambush, you can see the tower off in the distance, made of beautifully constructed dark wood. It looks like almost like black stone, but it's actually just old rotted wood. And the spiral staircase that goes up it stands before you guys, and it towers over even the tallest trees by here.
Does it look like there are any other trolls or anything else like directly around it?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Also, do these trolls have anything on them?
Ooh, good. Boots, you don't see anything else around that looks like a threat to you. These trolls don't seem like they were going here. It seems like they were just passing through, noticed the hole, and decided to wait in ambush. There doesn't seem to be any other types of dangerous creatures around, although as you get closer to the tower, the jungle becomes less dense, and it's actually looks like there's some paths like carved out that are actually walkable. You get the sense with a natural 20 that this place has like been manipulated through nature magic to be always passable. Like there's always paths through it.
Okay. But also, Boots would have pulled Scarf back up out of the hole.
Yep, Scarf just has no idea that he just almost died. He's just looking around happily panting.
He didn't almost die, Thomas.
Scarf has no perception of danger at this point. He's just
He's the best mount that I've never ridden.
To Corin, you find all the trolls have on them is some loincloths with some strange raw meats in them, which are mostly burnt up now because of the fire. And they have packs of javelins dipped in this disgusting orangish, greenish ooze.
Rogar?
Sorry, say that again.
I was offering you these javelins.
Oh, yeah, I would take them.
Okay, they're just like dripping this ooze.
Does,
Looks like they were dipped in something.
well, Boots would probably be fussing over Jarsali. But like pretending that she's not while also fussing over Jarsali.
All right, well, are we ready to go?
What are you gonna do with the javelins, Rogar? Are you just putting them in your bag? Because they are gonna like drip on your stuff. Like they're dripping.
Does the ooze seem like it's poison or acidic?
Make a nature check.
Hey.
They are dipped in like various disease oils. It's kind of like a poison that gives the creature a disease. They're made for like long hunts, so you would hit a creature with it, and then it'll run away, and you'll track it down a few days later once it's succumbed to the horrible disease.
Ah, the Komodo dragon method.
Yep.
That's gross.
This disease is called grunge. It is basically a disease that comes from some type of plants. Some types of creatures produce it naturally, and it causes permanent nerve damage and exhaustion.
I was about to say you get affected with this disease and you start hallucinating, seeing grunge bands playing all the time. You can't get away from them, even when you're trying to sleep.
That's even worse.
You said permanent damage?
Permanent nerve damage.
Not nearly as bad as that disease that makes you hear banana phone over and over again, though.
Boots would probably have been like, why don't we just take like a second so that I can look around a little bit and then we can head forward.
Sure, short rest.
I don't think it needs to be like a short rest, but just, like a minute.
Sure.
She is maybe unsubtly trying to give Jarsali a moment while pretending that she's just like picking up a stick and just like looking at it. It's like, the stick is important, while like double checking that Jarsali is like looking a little better.
Jarsali looks like more irritated than anything else. It's probably been a long time since she's felt out of practice in a combat situation, so she probably just is more annoyed than anything else. trolls are slow and easy to hit, and she barely hit them, and I think that would irritate her.
Oh, and I think Boots, this is the first time Jarsali's done anything. So Boots is like, we need a moment.
All right.
But she doesn't want to be like, super mom fussing because she knows Jarsali would be like, stop it. So she's like, this stick is important, and I'm going to stare at it for 5 minutes. About 5 minutes. And then she'll put the stick down and be like, ready.
Lead the way.
Okay. And then she'll start heading towards the tower.
Okay. Make your way to its base. It's very high up, and it's not exactly up to safety codes. There's just these kind of rickety wooden stairs that spiral up the tower all the way to the top.
Boots will just start heading up. Actually, I guess she would look around the base and see if there's any kind of sign of anyone that's been here recently.
How rickety do the stairs look?
Pretty rickety.
Kryn's gonna say, hold up a minute. And he's gonna take a length of rope and tie it around Boots' waist. And then tie it around his waist, and tie it around Korin's waist, tie it around Jarsali's waist, and tie it around Rogar's waist. And I
Realize
this way,
if Rogar falls, we'll all fall with them, right?
I'm counting
we'll
on
all
him
land.
not to fall. If all of us fall, Rogar can catch us all.
That's fair.
We'll just land on Rogar in a dog pile.
Cat pile.
Boots ties the rope to Scarf, but like his chest, so that if he falls, it just catches him that way.
Like a harness,
Yeah, like a little harness.
so it doesn't like
Choke
act
him.
like a noose.
Oh God.
So yeah, she'll look around the base, see if she notices like any footprints or any sign of someone having been here at all.
Well, there is the natural magics that have seemed to keep the place walkable. Probably done by some druid tribe that passed through here a lot and didn't want to keep dealing with the overgrowth. And it's less invasive to the actual nature. You don't have to cut through it all the time. Other than that, doesn't look like anyone's been here in probably a very long time.
Okay. I guess we go up.
We're
going
following you. Let's
up? Okay. Okay.
Jeez, so pushy.
Yeah, stop it. I'm going.
Mom! My God! Jeez, you don't respect my grunge band. All my songs are about how much I hate you.
Did you bring me my chicken nuggets? Anyway, she goes up the stairs.
Okay. You make your way up. It's very strange to see a wooden tower of such high construction. As you make your way to the top, you see several inscriptions, various arts. Basically, there's these 8 stone tablets in a circle around the outer edge of this, or not stone, sorry, wooden tablets that surround the top of this tower. And then in the center is this beam of blue crystal light, which shines up about 6 inches into the air. And it has 3 kind of large opening holes around it. And each of these tablets has a large round sphere that looks like it would fit in one of those holes.
Okay. Do the tablets have things? You said they have writing on them?
They have images drawn on them.
Oh.
There is a... One second. There's a spider, a panther, a lion, a bull, a wolf, an eagle, a snake, and a chimpanzee.
So there's 3 holes.
Yep.
Well, I'm not sure if it's tied to the constellations in the sky or the other towers that exist, but we know there's a snake, a bull, and an eagle tower.
That's true. And she'll pull out the stone thing that she had and see if it has any reaction up here, or if it looks like there's any place it would fit.
Yeah. If your necklace.
Yeah, the
It
medallion thing that she got.
doesn't seem like there is anywhere that it would fit currently. No.
Oh.
Should we wait till nightfall and see what constellations are in the sky?
I don't know. I've never seen this before.
I haven't either.
It makes sense for a star druid that maybe more answers would be available when the stars are visible.
Yeah. What time is it now?
Right now, well, let's see. You guys went to sleep around noon, so it'd be like 6. So the sun's probably just setting.
Okay. So if we wait like an hour or two.
4
be
at the
like-
most. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because you have to wait till like the sun is fully set and the stars have actually risen and there's no ambient
Yeah,
light.
you guys can take a short rest here.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll hang out for until it's good and dark and we can see all the stars.
Yeah.
You guys sit, and the view up here is just beautiful.
I'll keep watch while
Sure.
other people are resting.
You can see off into the distance the large, endless ocean that intersects with the jungle on the beach. You can see to the north a beautiful snow-topped mountain. Off to the east, you can see an endless jungle full of strange noises and wildlife, just this endless sea of green. And you have kind of just all around these different beautiful views to see. And without the treetops to obstruct them, you see as the night falls and the stars begin to appear, just this beautiful view of the night sky.
Can I recognize any of the constellations above?
Make a nature check.
Okay. It's gonna be really embarrassing if I do not.
I would try to help you.
Sure.
I helped.
I hope so.
You see several constellations. Some of the normal ones that everybody sees, the ones that everybody kind of knows and learns in school. Yeah, there's nothing that you see that you wouldn't see in a lot of other places.
Do we
but
see any of
the three empty kind of sphere sockets begin to glow with that faint blue light that comes from the little beam in the center as well.
Do we see any of the constellations that are on the tablets?
I would say probably not.
Wrong time of year, apparently.
So maybe just try the towers that we know?
It's worth a shot. It's our best guess, I feel like.
Okay. So she'll take the serpent. How are the holes set up?
So picture a nightstand that has 3 table legs at the bottom, except there's kind of these sockets.
Does one of them point to the north?
One would point east, one would point west, and one points north. It's like a triangle almost.
Okay. So then she would put the serpent one in the western area, western hole. The eagle in the northern one and the ox in the eastern one. If I have my cardinal directions correct.
I think you do.
Does anything happen?
So that's the. Sorry, one more time. So you put the snake one in.
The western hole.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Then
You-
the.
Okay, yeah.
We're trying to make the spheres match the.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
You place them in, and you watch as the small beam of light that was just kind of a few inches that shined into the air shoots up into the night sky. It illuminates with this huge bright light. You kind of have to cover your eyes to look away. And Boots, you watch as the necklace that you're wearing starts pulsing with the same blue light. Boof, boof, boof.
Does it? I'll like move closer to the light. Does it?
It starts
Pulse.
pulsing faster.
Okay, I'll take it off and I'll see if I can put it in the light.
The light just starts to grow brighter and brighter and brighter, reflecting off of the stone. All of you, it starts becoming painful. You have to close your eyes. You're kind of trying to block them as best you can. Even with it blocked, it starts burning into your eyes.
I have my goggles of night on, and I'm just like,
As the light continues to burn and burn and burn this beam into the night sky, suddenly all of your visions go dark and you see nothing. And then slowly but surely a few glimmers of light begin to appear around you. These various white lights that surround you as you guys find yourselves standing in an empty void of space on an invisible platform.
Mhm.
well, that's not what I expected.
No.
Me neither, but I also didn't really know what I expected.
Hello?
Kryn's doing that thing where you went from a really bright room to a really dark room where he's just blinking a lot, trying to reset his vision.
You hear a voice call out of the darkness. Hello. And you watch as these starlights around you begin to swirl and coalesce into the massive shape of a serpent.
Oh. Hello. I'm Boots. This is Kryn and Jarsali and Rogar and Takorin.
The snake almost gives like a half bow and it says, Greetings, child of the stars. It has been a long time since I have had a visitor.
Who are you?
I am the celestial guardian, the serpent.
That makes sense.
My duty is to guide and guard the star towers. I must protect them and their secrets while guiding the star children to enlightenment.
And I'm a star child.
He bows again.
Yes.
Oh no, Boots has gotten to taste the power.
No, that was more like
kill her
a
now.
question. And what are the secrets of the tower?
I'm afraid I can only walk you a partial piece of the way. You must visit the other tower guardians and receive their blessing as well as mine.
Oh yeah, that's on the list. Do you know where everyone else went?
The knowledge will come with time, child. First you must earn my blessing, and then visit the eagle and the oxen to receive theirs as well.
Oh, okay. Yep, we can do that. How do I get your blessing?
You must prove yourself powerful and earn it.
Oh, yep.
You
Okay.
will do battle with me here in this place.
I
Your
will what?
guardians.
I actually didn't hear what you said. What'd you
Said
say,
you
Tom?
will, said you will do battle with me in this place.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
And if you do, I will bless your right. And he points towards the, or gestures with his head towards the necklace.
Oh, you know this thing.
It is a right of star seekers. You must take it to the towers and have it blessed by each guardian.
Are there like multiples of this? Is there just one of these?
Long ago there was many.
Okay.
The
Star
Like-
Children each had been bestowed upon them one by the aspirants.
What happens when they're all blessed?
That knowledge will come with time.
Okay.
You will receive enlightenment.
Cryptic.
Okay.
And did you say that she had to battle it without the aid of companions? Is that right?
No. Companions are
Companions are definitely advised.
Okay.
Thomas is like, no, that's suicide.
Exactly.
This thing will literally eat Boots.
Can we? So we have to like battle you, right?
Indeed. If you wish
Can-
to receive my blessing, otherwise you may return home. I should warn you that to die in this place would be most horrible. Your soul will be forever lost in the void, never to pass on to the next life.
Okay, very important question. Did Scarf come with us?
That's up to you, I suppose. Actually, no, Scarf would be here because you wouldn't know this was gonna happen. So Scarf's just like hanging way back. Scarf's like 100 feet back on the invisible platform, just like
Just barking, just.
Boots will turn to the guardian and be like, I understand that we have to battle you, and I wanna do a quick huddle with the group just to talk it out.
and you watch as his body just like
Oh no, I had another okay.
it reforms.
Oh, but I wanted to say that my dog, his name is Scarf. He's very nice. Scarf, come here. And then she'll show him Scarf and be like, can he at some point, it doesn't have to be like now, but he's not really, he's a part of the group because he's always a part of the group, but he's not like a part.
I will
of the
have him
group.
looked after.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
yeah.
watch
okay,
as
okay.
out of one of the stars emerges this angel with completely black as night skin and stars for eyes, and there was kind of these long white wings. And the angel-like creature kind of flies over, picks up Scarf, and flies him far away before putting him down.
You're doing great, buddy. Okay, huddle. We'll be with you in a minute. Group huddle.
We huddle, and
Does everybody want to fight him? I didn't want to say yes if peoples didn't want to.
do you want to?
I mean, I think I have to. Because, he's got information he won't give me unless I fight him. But I didn't want to speak for everybody.
Then I'll fight him with you.
Okay. Because I think he'll send you back if you don't want to take part.
It's your journey, Boots. We're here to support you. If this is what you need to do, stand beside you, of course.
Okay. Rogard, Takorin, you want to stay? You want to go?
Should I stay or should I go now?
You should understand that you will inherit a dog if you leave.
Well, then I'm in.
A lot of
No, I don't want-
responsibility, so
I don't want-
I'm either dead or I'm a dog owner.
I see little difference between the two. I need to be right back.
Okay.
We can take a $5 if you guys
Yeah,
want.
do you want to take a quick 5-minute break?
Sure.
I think that's good. Okay. I'll be right back too.
Okay. Let's get it on.
let's get it on.
Kryn, you can move yourself anywhere you want to. That's not behind the serpent.
Yeah, Boots would have made sure that everybody is good to go, that they were all in
Any
on this.
snacks?
Yep. And then would make sure everyone was where they wanted to be, and then would turn around and be like, I think we're ready.
I will stay right where I am. I think that's good.
He just says, and so it begins. And two of those black as night skinned angels appear on either side.
Oh, whoa. Oh.
Anime battle music. There we go.
I was like,
Kryn, you're up first.
I'm gonna shoot the one on the angel thing on the left.
I feel like when I trash talk now, my mouth needs to move, but it's not in sync with my words.
I'm gonna reroll one of those ones. Nice. So 9 more damage to that. 34 damage.
Just barely hits 2.
At a 22?
Yep.
Shit.
Technically, I didn't move, so that would have been a 29. because I have a crosshair on my gun. It gives me
Okay.
advantage if I
So
don't
what's
move.
that, 35 damage?
No, that's
30.
30,
35. right?
34 damage.
Oh.
Because I was re-rolling a 1 because I have Piercer. So 34 damage. And why not? We'll hit it with Trial by Fire as well for another 6 fire damage.
Okay.
That's it for me.
He will retaliate by summoning forth a radiant bow and firing at you.
I'm just making sure we haven't taken a short rest or anything since we fought the trolls, right?
No.
We did.
Yeah, you
We
have
did.
to take a short
Yeah,
rest.
we
we
absolutely did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did while we waited for the stars to come out.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm fighting a Mega Man boss battle.
27
Right?
to hit, Kren.
27 is gonna hit me, yes. Ow!
And this other one here will shoot at Rogar.
22 hits.
Yeesh.
Oats.
Okay.
Oh, actually.
I will. Would I know if this thing is a construct?
It would probably be more likely an elemental than a construct.
Or an
Okay.
outsider.
Yeah.
Okay.
Constructs are
Well-
things like golems. And...
That's what yeah, but I wasn't entirely sure.
It's
Okay.
probably not a construct. It is probably something more like an aberration.
Then
Alright,
I
we
will
just went way away from Mega Man now.
I will cast Blight on it.
Interesting.
There is Blight.
You know, this sounds like some Castlevania boss music.
A little bit, like a Castlevania.
You guys in
theme.
this music.
It's so aggressive, and it's like
It's awesome.
right there.
It's a DC 17 con save.
Hey, there you go.
As you cast Blight, the necrotic energy surrounds him and seems to almost be burned off by his star-like presence. He doesn't seem to take as much damage as you would have wanted.
Okay. And then I will use my archer form on T-Sky.
I was digging the 90s video game music, man.
This does sound like more of
This is the
like
same
a
playlist.
Star Battle.
16 misses. Why is this in the same playlist? This is so sad.
It might ramp up.
We'll see. Yeah, that's gonna miss. But is that all you're doing?
Yep. That's all I can do. I did 2 things.
Rogar.
I will rage, step up, and attack him twice.
28
28.
21 both hit.
Told you it was gonna ramp up.
29.
The slow
Damage.
build.
I had a feeling.
And that's it.
Corin.
All right. What is movement like in this space?
Normal.
Okay. Then I am gonna go ahead and go for another one of these. I'm gonna see if I can throw it far enough back that it just hits the 3 of them and none of us. 300 feet range. but it's,
Can I hit all 3 of them?
well, it's a 60-foot, like, let's see. I didn't post the spell card. It's a 60-foot
60-foot
radius
radius.
sphere.
Yeah, that can do it. So they all have to make a save now, huh?
Mm-hmm. DC is 18. Oh yeah, it already rolled the damage. And then they all also get to make the on save for Cold Snap.
Brian, were you agreeing with me
All
that this
failed.
sounded like... Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
Now lowered by 10 feet per round for the next minute.
Sweet. I got it for you.
That is it.
Jar Solly. Sounds like the moment in the anime when the character's losing and then he's like, by the power of friendship, and then he starts winning.
Yeah.
It could be that too, yeah. But it's really making me think Dynasty Warriors in particular.
Are you saying we're losing, Thomas?
No, you guys are winning by the power of friendship. So said.
Dartali will get out her whip, will activate Blade Song, and cast Mirror Image, and that's her turn.
Okay. It will attack Rogar. Does a 19 hit?
Misses.
Gotta love a barbarian with AC.
Well, these guys might have the kind of damage to go past the damage reduction, though, so the AC is going to be important.
Well, exactly, and if they're doing radiant damage, the damage reduction is irrelevant. Unless he's Bear Totem.
And then he will bite at Rogar with his second attack.
That is.
Oh, that's not right. There should be more damage to that.
No, I think that's right. That's 38.
Oh, yeah,
It
3d8.
just rolled really low.
38 plus
Wow.
3.
Wow, what the roll? Good lord.
Rolled a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that'll do it.
What's the radius on his lair action? Let me see. It's only a 5-foot radius, so he will put it on boots. The lair action is a consistent moonbeam.
Oh.
Oh. Now it's your turn to have it done on you, Boots.
Oh, I don't think I can make that at all.
Can roll a 20.
Oh shit.
Hey, you
take,
made it.
You take 7.
So I take half damage.
Yep, 7 damage. Crane.
I'll use my spirit shield to lower it by 36.
Oh, okay.
So you
No
get
damage.
No, good, I hadn't done that math yet.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot the angel on the left again. Does a 19 hit?
The one on the left, yeah, that'll hit.
Alright, 24 piercing damage.
They go poof.
Well, good. That makes. I was deciding which one to attack. Now.
Alright, so that one's dead.
Oh, that removed it from the turn order.
I think
good.
that'll do it. I think that'll do it for me.
What were they
I'm
at?
not-
Do you know?
19.
Music.
All right.
So
This one will fly over here. We need a new playlist. This is a little too anime.
It is very anime-y.
I actually don't mind the song for this setting, though, again. Kind of light, airy battle music, you know?
sure.
We're literally in space.
It's a little too airy. No air, no air in space. That's a little too dark.
That's a little too anime too.
Too light, too dark.
All right, whatever. This one will heal the snake.
Ooh.
I thought so. That's why I wanted to kill them first. 3d12 plus 12, holy shit!
Damn.
Guessing that's not something I can counterspell.
Nope.
Celestial targets another creature. Does that mean that thing is a creature?
Yes, there's a creature. and then it will cast Shield of Faith, raising his AC by 2.
Counterspell.
Okay. I think that just does it because it's a level 1 spell.
No.
Yep.
Boots.
Okay. Moonbeam damage. And I have to roll another con save. Nope.
I'll use Flash of Genius.
Okay. So you take it at the start. Oh, you take it at the start of your turn, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've used this one enough to know.
So 19.
Okay. And I also think it's better to just actually stay in it. I really want to know if they're. I'm assuming they're probably resistant. My character sheet's being funky. Resistant to radiant damage. So I will use my.
We don't know. We know they're resistant to necrotic.
Yeah. So I was going to use my archer form on the celestial spirit. I might have to reload. 27
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 16 damage. Does it look like it did normal damage?
It seems like it hurt it about as much as you'd expect it to.
Okay. Then I will drop a 6th level moonbeam right here.
Nice. Get them both. Oh, boots duplicated.
Oh god, so many boots.
It's a boots beam.
They have DC 7 con saves.
Woo, that's a lot of damage. What is that?
Much higher level.
56 damage?
52.
52, yeah. Math is hard.
And that's my turn.
Rogar.
I'm gonna take a step over and attack it twice.
You vaporized the what's his thing?
I think I did.
I assume those both
Those will both hit.
were 26. And that's it. Actually, I'm gonna use my Daunting Roar to try and make it frightened of me. So I must make a wisdom saving throw.
He is immune to fear.
Okay. And that's it.
I would have been surprised if he wasn't.
What do the stars have to fear?
It's a good line. To
Black
Glenn.
holes.
I should have done this last turn, but as a bonus action, I'm going to pull out my Vorpal Timepiece of Cade, and I'm going to lower this creature's proficiency bonus by 5.
Whew.
I'm putting all the rest of it into this. And then I will... I'll cast Tasha's Mind Whip at it. Why not? No, that's blurry. What? Oh, when I clicked. There we go.
What's that, an int save?
Int save, yeah. DC 18.
Oh, he's a smarty pants.
Well, I imagine that's probably -5, but he still would meet the DC.
It would be -5.
Yeah, so 18, he got it. So it does 3 damage and no effect other than that.
Jersali.
And my mirror images will move over here.
Oh, actually, he has
And-
to make a. Sorry, I'm sorry, Brian. He has to make a save against your timepiece, actually.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw. Oh, and yeah, he made the save. The DC is 18.
Okay. So then his proficiency bonus is fine.
Good idea, though.
Yeah,
It's a really strong
And-
ability.
it is.
It-
The ability called Novice.
Alright, I'm sorry, Brian. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Alright. I will attack thusly twice. There's actually a 24.
Yep.
And a 13-11, so that one probably did.
Yeah, 13's not going to do it, but the third hit will do
11 damage on the first one, and then that's it.
I think he accidentally double-clicked it for the second one.
I did. That's exactly what happened, on my trackpad here.
it. Alright, well, he will try to strike Rogar again.
That it's.
Oh, it still needs to take moonbeam damage though.
Oh, it does.
And it fails. And it's still the same round, so it just takes the same amount of damage.
How much was it? Do you remember?
52.
Holy balls. Quite powerful, huh?
That's
Moonbeam, you say?
That's my 1 6th level spell slot. So
Oh, do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yep.
Take it.
Is he gonna summon 2 celestial spirits? Bitch.
oh, why'd you delete my moonbeam?
Oh, whoops. Wrong moonbeam.
24. Assuming that hits, 9 damage.
Crit.
I will shoot the left celestial spirit. Does a 28 hit?
Yeah.
Alright. 37 damage, 6 trial by fire, so that would be 43 damage. And I assume it's still alive?
Yeah. Oh, you can't see its. Or can't you see its?
I don't know. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna action surge and shoot it again. 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit just barely.
Okay, so that's I'm gonna trial by fire again, so that's 31 damage. And that's it for me. Actually, I'll use a bonus action to second wind as well. Why not? Man, 4. I get 5 hit points. Or is it fighter level?
Fighter level.
Oh, okay.
Also, the spirits were at a turn order of 19, but I think deleting
Yeah,
that
they
token
had to reroll. They're at 2 now.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, I don't see him on there.
Oh God, you're right. I got rid of him.
16. Right.
Boots.
Okay, I will use my turn to move my moonbeam on top of the Star Guardian serpent thing. And I have to re-roll the damage. amount of math.
43.
43.
43.
Damn, Boots at the MVP of this fight.
that is
Boots
my
is fine.
highest level spell.
Gotta let her be the star.
Yeah.
Thanks. And that would, that'll be at the guardian because it's right all up in my face.
Okay, Rogar, you are restrained.
I'm going to recklessly attack it.
If you're
So,
restrained, I don't think you
11
can
and
attack.
13.
You can, but it's a disadvantage.
Yep.
I take it both of those miss.
Yeah. Oh no, 8. Yeah.
Well, they'd be straight rolls. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually my action to try and escape, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an action to escape.
Oh, that'll be my turn.
Decorin?
All right, I'm gonna float over here, and let's see if I can get a straight line without hitting Rhaegar. Yeah, that looks fine. 4th level, I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Zap, zap, zappity.
$34 damage on a fail.
Yeah, that's a fail.
Well, it hit 2 creatures.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. 2 fails.
That it for you?
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and give Boots an ice barrier. And that's it for me.
Jarsali.
Sully will move to there. Oh, there. And we'll cast so I'll make 1 attack on each of them. Alright. This is on the big boy. 13 misses, and on the little boy, 27.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay,
he
so
takes
ignore
16 then.
so ignore the regular damage. Instead takes 41 force damage.
God damn.
So at the start of his turn, you take the constrict damage.
Oh, he takes 43 moonbeam.
He does.
Well, he needs to con save for it, though.
Oh, that's true. He does need to con save for it.
Okay,
He
so
takes
43.
And then he will bite at Boots.
I will use my Cosmic Omen. I think that might.
Well, if you roll a 6, it would make it a 17.
Yeah, so never mind. It wouldn't matter.
Too bad I didn't hit him.
Yep, that hits.
You should have resistance, though, because of the ice barrier, right?
Yeah, I was about to say half because of the ice barrier.
And then he will tail Stinger at Jarsali.
But
Well, then I would use my Cosmic Omen on that one.
We have to roll to see if it goes after one of my mirror images.
Oh,
or
that's
not.
right.
I reduced the damage down to Boots by 12.
Okay, so Boots take 5.
0, actually.
0.
0.
which means you don't have to make a con save.
It's been a minute since I used the spell. Hold on a minute. I got a trackpad over here. Scroll up. One spell. Scroll down.
I think you just have to roll a d20 to determine if it hits you or
Yeah, hold on. So 3 until the spell ends. Blah, 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 blah. Each time a creature attacks, you roll a d20 to determine. If you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attacks to the duplicate. There we go. Attacks one of the duplicates.
Just barely.
Nice.
The 23 will hit it, and now I only have 2 duplicates.
Okay.
Here come 2 more. Whoa, big,
Whoa.
big boy.
Oh man, they get to go. Yeah, here they come, both of them to heal it.
Yep.
Oh, they only get 1 healing touch a day. Okay.
Maybe we should stop killing them then.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But then that won't keep more from coming.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if we,
well-
Yeah, it will. It'll just be the moonbeam instead of him summoning 2 every time.
Just kill
Yeah.
one.
It says if no
Well-
celestial spirits remain, summon 2 celestial
That's
spirits
true.
instead.
Kill 1 and leave the other one up. That's how you do that.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna shoot the left celestial spirit.
Okay. Did you take your radiant damage, Rogar, from the constrict?
Yeah, I did.
24 for 39 damage. And that is it for me.
Boots.
I will archer form this guy. 20? Or 14?
The big guy?
No, this guy.
20 misses.
20 misses.
Yeah, they got
Oh.
big HP.
Ooh. Trying to decide if I move my moonbeam or I shoot with a guiding bolt. I think I might just shoot with a guiding bolt. A level. Do a level 3 guiding bolt. 28 at the big guy. I'm guessing that hit.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
then
I
the
took-
next attacks against him have advantage too.
Yep.
That'd be both of mine or just my first one?
Just the
Just
first
your
one.
first one.
Okay. I will recklessly attack. So I get advantage of both. Straight roll, actually.
Oh!
Ooh. And then because
Brutal
of
critical.
Oh my god.
because of the brutal on my weapon, since I rolled a 12 on them, I get to roll another d12, and I rolled 12 twice on those. So
Oh!
Wow.
wait, really? Wow.
That's a bummer.
Hey, damage is damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 28, 31,
69.
60. Oh, nice.
Nice.
60.
Nice.
Guys are such children.
Rogar, you deal massive damage, and you see its form seems to flicker and fade as you're just tearing into it from inside of it. Big damage.
And that's it, my turn.
Corn.
Load over here. So I can get a straight shot at this thing. And I'll do another 4th level lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. Lightning
on.
bolt.
Load. There we go.
$37, nice.
And both of those are fails.
As you blast your lightning bolt into it, You watch as the stars around you begin to flicker, and angrily they begin to turn red and move towards you. Jarsala, your turn.
Meteor
I
swarm?
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Not until it's your turn.
I'll use my last 5th level spell slot. On this trackpad.
I will use my last 5th level spell slot on this trackpad.
Pretty
Good
close.
idea.
I'm gonna cast
will cast-
Inflict Wounds at 5th level on this trackpad.
Conjure
That's-
USB port.
That's right. Steel Wind Strike again. So the same spell as last time. On the big guy, 25, and on the little guy, 17.
I think it'll hit the big guy and miss the little guy.
So 2. So 24 damage with 3 1s on the big guy.
Ew.
4 damage.
Oh no, it's still up.
So
He
God.
has to make a con save.
Oh, this... Forgot about Moonbeam.
I did not.
He fails.
Oh.
29.
Yeah!
Woo!
That was
was-
about to be really scary.
Yeah.
let's see how much damage Meteor Swarm would have done.
Probably a lot.
Everybody would have taken 154 damage.
That
Not
would
if-
have
not if we
straight
pass
up
the
killed
save,
Corin.
right?
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
I would-
absolutely.
Even
would've
if you
killed me
make the
outright,
save.
too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Would have
Now,
forced you
now,
to-
here's my question. It said it gains the ability to cast Meteor Swarm. Does that
On it,
mean
wasn't
I...
its turn yet.
What?
It wasn't its turn yet, so it couldn't cast it.
We
But
could, yes,
we
we
did
could have
have.
counterspelled it when he
Yeah, I
died.
was about to
Yeah,
say,
you
could I
could've-
have
you could've tried.
counterspelled it? Yeah.
Just letting you guys
I
know.
would've-
Yoga
Would have
would've-
just needed
would've
to
been
get
up.
a 19 intelligence check. That's all.
Both Jarsali and
Nope, we
Corin
would have died.
counterspelled. No, hold on, I can do it.
Meteor Swarm is 9th level, right? Or is it 8th level?
9th.
Yeah.
But you would have taken 8 less damage from my.
Oh. Boy, that was a little hairy.
And as it disappears, you watch as the snake form becomes a very small, tiny snake.
Yep.
And it sits in front of you,
Counter.
and it says, "Well done. I will give you my blessing, star child." And you watch as the small snake coils around you, and then slithers into the amulet around your neck.
I'm guessing it looks slightly different now.
You see 3 etched carvings appear into it, one of a snake, one of an oxen, and one of an eagle, and the snake one is glowing. And then you see 3 shapes appear in front of you, an archer, a dragon, and a chalice. And he says, "I will enhance one of your other forms. Choose wisely."
Ooh.
I will enhance my archer form. Because I use that the most by far.
Okay, and now I will reveal to you what the amulet does.
Ooh. Very nice.
Well, I probably would have made my dex save at least for Meteor Swarm.
A
It's still.
legendary amulet.
Ooh.
That's a great image on that too.
That is really pretty.
Oh, your archer form is +2 to attack and damage now.
Nice.
Spicy.
Oh, when you take your star form, you can now assume an additional star form simultaneously.
Ooh.
Does that mean you can have 2 archer forms at the same time?
No.
She
I-
could, but it takes a bonus action, and she can only use one with her bonus action, so it'd be kind of pointless.
Okay.
But I could then use my archer form and my dragon form at the same time, which would be extremely helpful.
Or Archer Form and Chalice too for massive heals if we needed that.
Yeah, but my because I've never used my dragon form, but my dragon form, I always roll for con saves. I always roll at least a 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's almost like having Warcaster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when you take your star form, you have access to an additional form, Serpent. Magical Serpent appears coiled around your body to protect you from harm. You gain +2 to AC. If a creature hits you with a melee attack, and you are in this form, the creature takes 5 poison damage.
That's neato.
Yeah. Very cool. That's a homebrew item?
Yep, I made it.
That's really cool.
It is very cool. Thank you, Thomas.
Well, I made it because I was frustrated with the way Star Druid works. I was like, you have 3 forms, and Archer form is so much better than all the other ones.
It is true.
That you never use the other ones, so now you
It
can
is.
use 2 at once.
Yeah, it is absolutely true. Like the other forms are great, but they're like situational.
Archer form's just better.
Well, Archer form is like you can use it every single turn, but like Chalice is great, like because I've used it for healing before, and it's very helpful. But it's only like when I know I'm gonna be healing, and it's a lot more helpful now that I have like I think it was 11th or 12th level when I got Twinkling Constellations, where I can switch between forms
On
at
the fly?
yeah, as opposed to like before it was I had to pick one form, and that was the only, like that was my whole wild shape. If I wanted to have a different form, I had to use up my other wild shape.
Right, so now if you have Archer form out, or ostensibly Archer form and Dragon form, you could go, okay, I'm going to keep Archer and switch Dragon form to Chalice to heal for this turn, and then I'm going to switch back.
Yep. Yeah, it's a lot more useful that way.
Yeah. That's super cool.
Yeah. Does he return us to the tower, or are we stuck here forever?
Yes, you guys would reappear in the tower. Although the giant blue beam in the sky is still there.
It stays lit?
It stays lit.
Okay.
Well, I'll hold up the chalk. Shall we return to Cade?
We have to go back to the
Angry Hounds.
yeah.
Do we?
We promised them information.
Yes, we did. However, we are eventually going to come to these other 2 star towers. And the teleportation circle will take us to the same place, and then we'll have to venture there. We could easily just go through it the next time we're coming through and give them the information. It doesn't have to be instantaneous.
They are nomadic, though. We don't know where they might be.
They're pretty nomadic, but within the tunnels. But
okay.
They could be in a tunnel that you'll never find.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's hundreds of tunnels, so...
Well,
just leave a note saying "For Goblin, here's the information."
If we come across them again, we'll give them the information. But if not, then we don't really have to worry about it anyway, because we never would have saw them again.
But I don't want to have lied.
We didn't lie. We said we would give them the information when we saw them next. And I even offered to cast him Ascending, and he said he didn't want that, so... They're not going to make it convenient for us. I don't see why we have to make it convenient for them.
Very important.
My knees hurt. I am not walking.
Okay. We can go.
We will make an effort when we come back to try to find them, though. In fact, there's a good chance that their tunnel system may be worth attempting to use again to try to get to one of the other star towers.
If there's things like trolls on the surface, then definitely.
Well, and the big giant thing, this name I forget.
Boulder
Crag.
Yeah, if there's boulder crags running around, certainly. So I thought we handled that rather well.
You just gotta hold it in place and beat it up.
The things aren't particularly smart. And then I'll go ahead and start drawing.
Ursula would be in a better mood because she felt more like herself that battle.
I will do a sending spell to one of the attendants and lady in why can't I remember her name? Archmage Nadali. There we go. One of the attendants in Nadali's keep, letting them know that we're going to be transporting there shortly.
Okay.
And then I will teleport us back to Cade.
Wow. You guys emerge in Cade. The servants greet you and let you out of the keep. How's Boots feeling?
Boots is good. Boots is confused. Boots is sad that she couldn't talk to that guy again, but it's fine.
Look what you did, Jay. You made Boots sad.
Well, she was already sad.
He's not wrong. But Boots, I think at some point will obviously want to go to the next two, but she's okay with waiting.
One down.
Yep.
How far do we have to travel to get to the other two? Because we only have the one teleport circle, right? So.
Yep, it might be worth looking into some other methods of travel, maybe.
I think one of them, I think the Ox one, maybe even the Eagle one too, were going to be like weeks of travel.
Can I inquire with the Merchants Guild the possibility and the price of getting a scroll of teleportation?
What level is that? 7?
7th, yeah.
If it's a place you've never been before, I think you have to roll a D100 and hope it doesn't go horribly wrong.
I know.
A level 7 scroll of teleportation is 25,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Well, are you taking that spell when you get 7th level spells?
I wasn't planning on it until the next level. Planning on taking it at level 14, but I could take it at level 13.
I just assumed Tokoran was rich enough now to be like, oh, only that much?
Well, no, I'm not that.
25,000. Here's 10,000 as a tip, idiot.
No. When it was about to say 2,500, that was gonna be my reaction. But 25,000, oh my god!
Is this a haircut?
I'd only take a little haircut from that, but
I mean, it's just a teleportation scroll. How much could it cost? 25,000?
Coin is in my title.
Well, so let's get a good night's sleep and I guess go talk to the Emperor tomorrow. Say we're ready.
I'll send him a message and let him know we're ready tomorrow.
Sure.
If he wants to depart in the morning.
We're leaving straight in the morning?
It's no time like the present.
Okay.
Unless there's anything we want to do while we're here.
No, I wasn't sure if anybody wanted to do something.
I have nothing on my agenda, but if someone else has something to do, that's no problem waiting a day or two.
I will empty out the trunk full of meteor iron into our vault for safekeeping.
Are we talking about this on the walk back or back at the tower?
At the tower, I imagine. Or I guess
Then
on the
Roger would
walk.
not be there.
You wouldn't be there?
No, he would have walked off to a different place.
Oh, all right.
To his other family.
So he's like As we're on the way back to the tower, he walks off.
Yeah.
Well, Kryn would probably say, "Hey, Rogar, where are you going?"
I look at you. Can't talk. Then I'll turn around.
Are you good to go tomorrow?
I'll give you a thumbs up.
All right.
Timmy in a well?
I throw the javelin to that fluid that boots.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say I throw the javelin down the well. I'm like, oh, poor Timmy.
I want an episode of Flipper where Timmy's in a well and Flipper saves Timmy from the well somehow.
Just Flipper also gets stuck in a well.
Flipper drowns Timmy in a well because he just lands on him.
But yeah, I think we're good to go for tomorrow. I just, we haven't even slept yet.
Well, we're gonna sleep and then we'll.
Are you guys going to get the Emperor tomorrow? Is that the plan?
Yeah. Well, Takoran's going to message him tonight.
Yeah, I sent him a message saying we could leave as early as tomorrow, and then he would be able to respond.
Yeah, he'd respond and say, "Great."
Okay.
Great.
Do we want to meet at his castle? Does he want to meet at our castle? Which castle are we meeting
Actually, he would say that you guys would have to meet him in the morning so that he can make the announcement that he's traveling to SRA.
By the way, I'm leaving. See ya. Bye.
All right. Well, we'll go see him in the morning then.
Okay. In the morning, then, you guys make your way to the Castlecade. You make your way into the meeting room, where, of course, you see General Conrad Helbrim, Ellen Armsbruster, Archmage Nadali, who kind of gives you guys a very excited wave. Clearly, she's heard that you guys are back from your adventure. And you see the Emperor sitting on the throne. It's just you guys in here. There's no guards or anything in the room. It's just a private meeting. What else? Let's see. Yeah, it would just be you guys in the council.
Okay. Well, I imagine the Emperor is going to do most of the talking here.
He gives a bow and says, "Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I have been in discussions with Lady Jarsali, the Truth Seeker here." And Helbrim says, "Oh, yes, Lady Jarsali. I'm glad to see you are in good health again. We shall have to get together very hastily to discuss business with your new title."
About that.
Of course.
Now, I've been meeting to, of course, as we know, the Empire does not have a very strong public perception outside of here. And I've never left. I have not seen much of the outside world. Therefore, I've arranged for Lady Jarsali to escort me to SRA, that I might meet their people and strengthen our alliance. I will be gone for some time, perhaps a month. In that time, Lady Armsbruster, I would like for you to handle the day-to-day operations of the Empire. And she looks very flustered, her face gets red. She's like, oh, my Majesty, are you sure? And he's like, "There's no one I have more faith in, my lady." And
Does Helgrim have any kind of reaction when he isn't the guy put in charge?
He looks stunned for the moment. And you see Archmage Nadali gives like a very confused but interested look, and she kind of looks at you guys and looks at the Emperor and looks at you guys, and then just kind of gives you like a mouth like, "What?"
I'll just give her a wink.
And Helbrim goes, Absolutely unacceptable. And the Emperor goes, "Now, Helbram, calm down." And he cuts him off. He stands up from his chair. "The Emperor belongs in the capital of the Empire. You can't leave to some foreign people. What they might eat you alive or sacrifice you for one of their pagan rituals."
Excuse me, General Helbrim, but are you the Emperor, or is the Emperor the Emperor?
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, 13.
Silence, foreigner. Please, your grace. And he's like, "Oh shit, did I just say that?" And he's like, pardon me, your Emperor. Please excuse my outburst. I only care about your well-being and the well-being of the Empire. Surely there must be some better solution. Why can't they come here? Jarsali, send word to your chieftain. Have him meet us here.
I'm gonna respond with, I'm surprised you're surprised, General. This is actually following up on your idea of an alliance between our two people. The Emperor is just following up on that.
Make a persuasion check.
Hold on, let me mouse track over to my sheet.
Yeah, there it is.
He kind of pauses for a second and gives you a look like, "Oh, I get it." And he kind of is like, "Oh, well, of course I trust Lady Jarsali to make stellar judgments in the pursuit of our enemies." And in his mind, he's like, "Oh yeah, so I'll go into court," because he wants them to form an alliance and then,
Attack the
work-
Alliance.
Yeah. So now he's like, "Oh, Jarsali's on board," and he's like, "Oh, I don't like the idea, but I suppose I can come along and escort you myself." And the Emperor goes, "No, I will be going with Lady Jarsali, of course. She's a diplomat of her homeland, and at her request, I'm bringing her companions along, the rest of the Wayward Five." He's like, "Oh, I must request that Lady Jarsali remain here. We have critical work to be done."
She's the diplomat to the foreigners that we're going to. Negotiations will go much more smoothly with her along.
Well, but the Lord of Coin and...
It's a good thing the Emperor has spoken on this already. When should we leave?
You see, he just gets really red and then just sits down in his chair, and he's just like...
Harumph.
And he's just like glaring at nothing. Like, not just like 1,000-yard stare, like 1,000-yard angry glare. And the Emperor stands up, says, "I shouldn't be gone more than a month. Archmage Nadali, you know how to reach me if you must." And she just says, "Of course, Your Grace." He walks over, pats Lady Armsbreaster on the shoulder, who's still like freaking out, like, "Oh my god, this is so much responsibility." And he's like, "I'm sure you'll do great, Dylan. I have the utmost faith." Well, meeting adjourned. And then he starts walking towards you guys.
Yep.
Alright, get out.
And you guys make your way out, I'd assume.
Yep.
I actually want to head over to Nadali real quick.
Sure.
And just kind of...
Helbram immediately storms out the second the Emperor says meeting adjourned. He's like out the door.
Okay, good. I didn't want him there to hear this anyway. You'll keep us apprised of what's going on here in the capital, I hope.
She just gives a nod. Of course.
I have some concerns about that one. And he just kind of nods as Helbrim, in Helbrim's direction after he'd left.
She just kind of does a little curtsy of acknowledgement and then says, "Yes, of course. I should be all right here. We have the siren and the dog's returned to the city, I believe, so he can look after some things. We'll manage."
Just be careful.
She just gives you a wink. "I hope you enjoyed your trip." And she looks over at Boots and gives her a wave.
Boots waves back.
Crin's gonna gesture Boots to come over. And
I'll walk over.
you should show her some of the things you learned. I think Archmage Nadali would really appreciate seeing them.
Hey, do you want to do tea?
We can do tea, but don't you have to leave?
Are we leaving right now?
I think so.
Really quick tea. Need tea.
Tea, please! She yells at the nearby servants.
And Boots will show her the crystal.
Wow, amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Although nature magic isn't my forte. So, what's you say to visit the other tower still, yes?
Yes, we went to one, the Serpent Tower, and we still have 2 left.
Amazing. Well, please keep me apprised of your travels, and if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. That applies to
Okay.
you too, of course. Rogar, I'm working on getting more information coming from East. I've heard some rumors about your quarry, but nothing concrete.
I'll give a thankful bow or nod. Possible.
I'll give a slight bow myself and turn to leave.
Lady Armsbuster walks out too. She's like, water, please! Just like the nearest servant.
Tea! I need tea!
Boots downs her speed tea and runs away.
Speed tea.
Pew! After the Emperor makes his way outside, he would say, to the tower then, so that I can change.
Of course.
You guys go to the tower. He changes into his traveling gear, which he looks very out of place in. He's got his Vorpal short sword and the shitty scabbard, and a basic cloak, some armor, and he throws his travel bag on and says, "It's."
Do you mind? Boots will walk up to him. And she's gonna reach for his hair. Do you mind?
Of course not.
And then she just switches the part to the other side. There.
Oh, thank you.
Completely different. No one will
way.
notice you.
He stands there and he holds the crown and looks at it for a few seconds and says, "Here," and he hands it to Corin to put in the bag.
Crin has been kneeling down and rubbing his hands in the dirt, and he just kind of walks up to the Emperor and just wipes his hands over the Emperor's clothes.
I'll summon the chest, and I'll put the crown in the chest.
And then he'll just rub a little bit of, just not too much, just a little bit on the Emperor's face.
And he's not even paying attention. He's just like staring at the crown as it's put away in the chest. That's kind of like a nervous sigh.
And then after I put it in the chest, I'll think of it again, and I'm like, actually, now that I think of it, if I were to perish, this will be lost forever. Probably not the best place to put it.
His eyes just go wide.
Do we have a bag of holding?
We do.
Okay, then I'll you have it, right?
I think Rogar has it.
Okay,
Rogar
I'll
has
hand it to Rogar to put in the bag of holding.
Because who the fuck is going to take a bag of holding off a Rogar?
That's right. Your crown could not be safer than with him.
I'll turn to the Emperor and I say, well, Majesty, 2 things. First of all, though it's not the actual destination for us, whenever you should be inclined to do so, my people would be honored to host a visit for you. Whenever you want to do that, it's a pretty quick thing. We have exchanged teleportation circles. And secondly, during our travels, I don't know if we should refer to you as Highness or Majesty or Emperor or Your Liege. So what would you like to be called?
You beat me to it. If you weren't going to bring that up, I was.
He's like, I don't know. My name's Elwyn, but that might be too recognizable.
Ed? Eddie? Winnie? No, we know a Winnie.
Eddie.
Ellie?
Sure.
Doesn't have to be anything like your name. You can just pick a name you like.
Charles?
Boots seems to think it should be similar.
George? Copernicus?
It should be something similar so that I can remember it.
Alfred?
Eddie or Edward or Ellie or any of those would be fine.
Just not Winnie.
I think Edward it is then.
The Boots Winnie rivalry arc from session like 3 continues. I'm surprised you remembered her name. The one person who pet Scarf that he liked. Boots is just like, I'm gonna get that bitch someday. Who you guys left in the gutter.
She's fine, I'm sure.
She's fine.
It's not like the gutter's a bad place.
So the Emperor's plan was to actually have you guys teleport to the wall teleportation circle, which anybody can use. There's like a customs vetting process at the border.
Yeah. So we'll do
you guys are
that.
just
The
gonna
Emperor
teleport.
have to go through customs?
If you're leaving, they don't care.
Oh.
You're just not allowed to teleport there and then.
Okay, so
in
when we
once you
come
get
back,
in.
will the Emperor have to go through customs?
We'll go to
Can we
we'll
just
go to
teleport back?
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
go to
teleport back to Nadali, or
Yeah.
well, or to the castle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want
Yeah,
to
there's
import
one in the
stuff.
castle.
Try to put the Emperor through customs. That's all I want.
That's awesome.
You know who I am?
I am the Emperor. Sure,
you know who I
are,
am?
buddy.
I'm Edward.
Yeah, by the way, I will have picked up another three sets
Chalk.
of reagents for teleportation.
Okay.
Another 150 down the drain.
Yeah, so basically,
Or wait, is it
it's going to
25?
take you guys. That shouldn't be that much. So the plan was, let's see. It's
If
2
we-
weeks. It's 2 weeks to the gutter.
We're not going to the
Then-
gutter.
Okay,
He,
well,
he doesn't need to see the gutter.
2 weeks. 2 weeks chilling in the Borderlands.
Yeah.
And then I think you guys were going to go to SRA for a week, and then teleport to the Alliance for the last week because he said he's gonna be on 4 weeks. So it's like you could do 2 weeks in the Borderlands, do like a week in SRA if you want, and then do a week in teleport to the Alliance.
I feel like that works.
Sure. Be good to actually go to SRA so we can talk about it when he comes back, like he's been there.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, then I guess that's probably a good place to end off the session.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
Glorious.
Nice. I really liked the star encounter. That was fun.
I did too.
Yeah, the double barrel is just too busted, Thomas.
Yeah, you're right.
That class is
You
not
felt a lot more
balanced.
balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, the easy way to just do away with the double barrel part and it seems fine.
Cool.
All right, now we
you
get to
guys
babysit
enjoyed?
the Emperor. That
You
should
should probably
be
stop
fun.
the recording, Jason.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I thought we had many more important things to discuss.
At 20th level, I would have been doing 12d10 damage every turn.